We're here. Good evening, everyone. Trying different Unite on purpose, not because I forgot my normal get up.
But you told me you forgot.
Shut up, Seth.
Don't listen.
No D&D for you tonight. That's it. Go to your cage.
I did not do anything.
Well, yeah.
Don't listen to the road.
Plus,
Hold on.
Plus, this way you actually see who really this is about. They are the players. I just tell a story. Forgive us for starting so late. Some personal things. A few people but yeah, we're here and we're ready to play some D&D as soon as Mr. Grimm returns. Speaking. Nope. That's the other one.
It's a delivery.
There, he brought Grimm. We FedEx Grimm. There it is.
No, you're supposed
Same
to
day
throw
shipping.
him. You're supposed to just throw him.
There's cameras everywhere, bro. I can't do that.
Same day shipping.
But that's how we know it happens. The camera.
Do we need to duct tape those things?
It's a wonderful thing.
It is, indeed.
It was a joke, but also kind of a legitimate question. Do we need to duct tape your stuff?
What's the
The FedEx.
We do not monetize.
It's fine.
anything.
This is not.
And if we are monetizing,
Let's have a talk. Want to sponsor the natural ones?
Yes.
No.
Why not?
you have to be inducted into the.
All right.
You have to spend us.
So,
So good amount of time.
I'd like to first off thank all those, Mechanical Raven and the others who I have selected to be our mods for this evening. So, while you are free to chat and enjoy conversation, they have been told, and my mods are keeping a very sharp eye out for, shall we say, individuals who really have no need to be in any sort of society.
Violators will be shot out of the fish cannon.
As the old adage
Have you never seen
goes,
this fish cannon?
All I have
Don't
is chicken
be a
cannon.
Well,
Wait, we have
you
a
just-
chicken can?
you just-
All right.
What's Doritos?
It's
All right.
a little bit of padding.
So, as we begin this evening, once more, as we're still relatively new, this is only I think the third or fourth episode, so to speak. Let's go ahead and give a quick round of introductions again before we jump into tonight's session. This time, starting over here, deliver us.
I am Finnegan Tenderfoot, a halfling wizard / investigator.
Say our names. My name is Ben. I am Ricotta, the divine soul. Divine soul.
We'll fix it in post. Don't worry.
What post?
Divine soul sorcerer / fighter samurai.
Samurai. Okay.
That was the bonus action.
Yeah,
I remember
that's
that.
fine. All right.
I'm Jeff. I'm playing Grim Grizzlebrand, half-orc barbarian.
I am Derek. I am playing Elron Neha, and he is a cleric of Twilight. And there are two things he hates, and that is the coterie and people who fuck around with kids.
Okay.
We do neither of those.
We fight both of those. My name is Michael. I'm playing Montel. No last name given.
It's like share.
I'm a bard rogue, and let's hope I live.
I love the fact this has become his mantra. Just start.
Which god we got today?
All right, Darmon.
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 I will protect you.
Wait, what?
All right.
And I am Seth, and I am playing Bravendil, the Tiefling Rogue.
And I am Kenneth, aka Southern D&D, and I'm playing everybody else. But yeah, I'm the Dungeon Master for this evening. This takes place in a world that I've homebrewed called Faeterra. Working on it for a long time. I'm finally glad I get to and share it with a group of people and this great group of guys we have here. Yeah, so with that, do we have any questions, comments, concerns? Is Sam Regal here to read our advertising scripts? What's going on?
No,
Today's
got the
stream
best
is brought
next
to you by NordVPN. NordVPN is the
and Raid Shadow Legends.
And that too.
They were
Don't forget share space.
Skillshare, whatever. Okay, all right.
Share
So,
whatever the
Squarespace.
So,
That one.
You got the perfect one.
with that, as we now come into the story, when we last left off, last session, after defeating Rimbor, having him shown his true colors, you took a journey on the sky ship, the Lazy Breeze. The sky ship captained by Eleanor Skydrop, the kind of adopted daughter of your dear friend Haggerty. As you were about 4 days out on the journey, the roughly 2-week journey from Port Blaven to Illve Thelas, on your way there to seek out the Verdant Society, a sort of, not clandestine, but a group of people who research and keep ancient and old knowledge. About 4 days out on your journey, you were accosted by several riders, members of the Sky Claws, this mercenary group for hire, who boarded the ship and were looking for something. A signal passed by Captain Skydrop, and then our dear friend Montel deciding that, I'm just going to walk over here and not listen to the man with the sword telling me to stop. To be fair, they did interrupt your sparring session, so you kind of, that's fair. The two of you kind of quit sparring. As combat began, a little bit of a weird combat that ended with one of the wyverns being turned into a giant wooden statue aboard the deck, the other one crashing into the surface of the ocean roughly 300 feet beneath you, following his rider. Come on.
In the meantime,
In the meantime,
3 sessions.
come on, work for me.
So let's all go to the lobby.
We're all going to the
lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
And buy ourselves some crap. I'm selling.
I mean, what?
Huh?
Wait, what?
Where is this? Oh, by the way.
We were traveling.
I'll have no more.
Did you have that's fine. More for me.
Well, I mean, it depends. How much money you got on you?
Stand by, folks. Having technical
You don't
difficulties.
need to.
There we go.
You
Okay.
don't need to.
When I have never taken anything from a party member.
Apparently, the outlet has a bad plug. All right. Hello. Apologies. We're back.
Yes, you have.
So we're gonna backtrack a little bit. I don't know how.
You took his.
I don't know how far. Do you remember kind of where it kind of cut off at?
Yeah.
Well, I think it was still going. It was just popping up
No, it
saying
would've been part.
Yeah.
It's ringing.
that you need to charge your phone.
Okay.
It was. I think it paused somewhere around you saying that he pulled out the guy's heart and put it in his hands, whatever.
Gotcha. Okay. So after that, Montel leaping off after this rock, trying to grab it, to tame it, to fly, failing the roll completely, ending up plummeting down to the water surface. Thankfully, Captain Eleanor being able to literally scoop him up as he just sits there crying out in anguish as his friend flew away.
Possible
Thank
friend.
you for the heads up. Appreciate that. So, we ended that session as the ship basically we didn't end that session because there was a big plot twist that was discovered. As Rikara was down in the hold with the rider, it became apparent he was looking for something, or rather someone, as he mentioned her. Our dear friend Bravendil, after sneaking down, located a strange crate marked with the symbol of the Cathedral Shadows, the sort of clandestine thieves guild, information brokers of this world. And you begin to speak with someone inside who identified herself as Leah Nurano. Conversation progressed. You made your way back up. The captain and her female gnome first mate, Samantha Dean, coming clean that they were that they had been on a mission sent to them by a go-between, by somebody that they had been sent to go pick up this crate containing a young elven girl who is the daughter of one of the members of the High Royal Council of Illve Thelas. Upon finding this out, the group, explaining why these three random riders suddenly appeared, though it would have taken them too long to get here. Through deduction, through investigation, and a beautiful roll reading maps by our dear Wizard Finnegan, you were able to triangulate that these riders were based out of a group of islands called the Broken Tusk Islands. Graham remembering that at one point these were a unified set of islands just called Blood Tusk Island, and was where the shipyards for the Black Empire were set. A brief debate deciding if you want to go chase down the islands, or if you want to simply go ahead and return the young girl to her family.
It wasn't much of a debate.
Wasn't much of a debate. You guys
really.
being the
It was kind of, let's do this. Okay.
I was not even there.
Being the salt.
being the heroes that you have unwittingly became, decided to return the young girl to her family. The captain, to prevent any more sort of incursions, taking the ship up into cloud cover, increased the speed as fast as she can, cutting a 10-day journey down to about 8. Unfortunately, having to rely on hardtack and gruel for the remaining of this journey, you finally break cloud cover as the sunlight streams down over this massive walled city, about the size of Port Blaven, maybe a little bit smaller. Large, almost emerald-tinted alabaster wall surrounding it, and you know this to be the city of Ilmerea, the capital city of Illve Thelas, and seat of power in the Elven Kingdom. So, as the lazy breeze slowly begins to, before she begins to bring the ship in, you're about an hour out, and you see several large conical towers that look to be made for the ship to kind of actually berth into and connect. Like this is an active shipping dock for skyships. So they are prepared to take in, it looks to be about at least 5 or 6 different size skyships. I'll roll perception for me.
All right.
Here we go.
Favorite.
I have a 19.
19,
Dirty 20.
20,
16.
16,
10.
10,
10.
10,
9.
9. It actually
We're Cincy's.
it was a simple DC. Basically, as the cloud cover breaking away as you kind of pull down into it, it was a DC of 10. So Rakara, the only one who's just kind of like coughing and trying to knock the clouds out of his face. Oddly enough, the only one here that can fly. You see another skyship, larger than the one you are on. Not like, and as you finally see Rakara, it's not like military size. It looks to be a larger like trade or caravel sized skyship that is currently docked at one of the towers. Who beat their perception? Who made a 15 or higher? You three. You actually see, as it has no military markings, no armaments or anything, and several large crates are being lifted up via crane and moved onto the tower, and you're able to see the name of this ship. It's called the Bellowing Call.
Bellowing Call.
The Bellowing Call. Mr. Montel, you roll me a history check, you well-traveled individual.
13.
13. You don't recognize this vessel. You've never seen it.
Montel's not done a whole lot with ships in general, sky or sea, so.
Or other.
So yeah, as you watch as your skyship begins to be brought in, a large metallic gleam suddenly appears, and as this iron wrought raptor, this mechanical bird, lands on the edge next to the where the captain is standing, you hear in Elvish, who here speaks Elvish? You two. So so the three of you will hear, ship's captain, identify yourself, please. And she responds in Elvish, Captain Eleanor Skydrop, captain of the Easy Breeze. One moment, you hear a slight pause. Permission to dock at names a tower. She goes, thank you. If you will please follow the iron rod, it will lead you in. You watch the bird, about the size of a Jack Terrier, takes off, its mechanical wings flapping and actually getting in front of the ship, and acting almost as like a directional tug type effect.
Yeah.
So while this is happening, what do you guys do?
I didn't understand a word that thing said.
So as this is happening, what are you guys doing?
Mine tells cleaning out the mouth.
Yeah, because that's been his.
that's been where I was
got,
sleeping.
The large wooden wyvern, the mouth wide open. That's kind of been your.
That's
home.
been my home.
I guess now that we're here and like this, they can communicate with me. I'm going back to sit with the crate as I have since we had the issue, and I'm gonna be just like I have the entire trip. Just gonna try and come up with a story and use my dancing lights as a puppet because I know she's a child and it's something just as comfort.
Roll me performance.
Right. That's a 6.
6.
ain't great.
The shifting and moving of the kind of throwing it off. You just hear the voice. Are we almost there?
We're close. We're very close.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just kind of like she just kind of pulls back into herself. Grim, what are?
Right now, Grim is pretty much just on the ship, possibly on deck, just looking out and just. He's been amazed by this entire travel, this entire time. So he's wanting to know, how is this thing made, Paul? I want to see.
No, that's a fair point. I will need Constitution saving throws from all of you, except if you can think of a reason in character why, like, sailing ship, why your character would have their sea legs, so to speak.
Oh, Grim does not have sea legs at this point, so.
My tail has ridden on top of carriages instead of
Okay.
inside of carriages.
Right.
Go ahead.
And everything like that.
Ricara's been on a
Yeah,
ship
you
before.
have your soldier background. Skyships are common in Kralot, so you don't have disadvantage.
I got a 25.
You can roll with advantage. You got 25.
9.
Got a 9.
Is there a roll advantage?
Roll with advantage.
Okay.
You okay? oh, there it goes.
I can message Lee in what I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't want to say
All
anything.
right.
But I'll just roll straight.
All right.
That's
There goes that orcish pemmican.
8.
16.
16.
You say con?
Con.
That's dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Con saving throw?
Yes.
Straight roll.
Straight.
4.
So, DC of 15. If you did not beat a 15, just the speed at which you've been moving, the air pressure and everything, as they finally have braked hard to begin to land, you run to the edge of the ship, or in your case, you grab an empty bug and you hear a, "Are you okay?"
I'll be fine.
Walks on the edge. All right.
It's been a while since I've
I'm
flown
gonna
on
go
one of
find.
these things.
Ricara is bad with names, apparently, because I can't remember the other dragon boy's name.
Her name is
Hello, Vex.
Vex, yes.
Hi, brother. You look a little pale. Are you alright?
Pale.
Yes.
I'm more of a light blue today.
She is currently on deck, pulling in the larger fins and sails needed to keep her. They're basically breaking down to allow for a controlled movement into the docks.
I'll ask her. This be our first time to Illve Thelas. Have you been here often? Do you know anything about the port city?
She goes, not a lot. I mean, we've made stops here once or twice. There is a favorite tavern the captain loves. It's called the Flickering Candle. It's a place we stay when we make dock here. The tavern keeper, this is why you never put notes in 3 different notebooks, folks. The tavern keeper, a very very interesting individual named Yves, Yves. Yves. It's a nice place, good atmosphere. Be careful though. There are some of the high elves who still kind of hold to the. They don't hate outsiders, but they believe because they are quote unquote the oldest race that there is a sense of duty to protect the other races. It can be a little bit annoying after a while.
So the high elves, this city, Port City, is it like desegregate. I can't think of the word right.
No, it is there are no different like quarters for different. It's just that some of the older elves kind of have a sense of kind of a mild yes child, that's a good thing you did, like that.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't think I want to have fun here.
That is not the majority though. She does say the majority are very warm and welcoming. It's just the much older generations of the elves, and even a few of them are still switching over to the whole that there is no actual difference between one race or another.
So after we land, and where are y'all headed next after here?
Well, after from here, I believe we're heading back to Port Blaven, and then I believe we're going to return to our normal. I think we return to our normal run. Although really, it's at the captain's whim. She might find a job here and there, but I think from here we're heading back to Port Blaven. Yes, actually, I know because I'm sure Haggerty would be interested to make sure that we got here, and you got here with no trouble.
I can safe travels.
You as well. I would, if you're going outside the city, I would recommend you hire a guide or find a good map. And as you pull in, you see that Illve Thelas, it has a few mountains, but the vast majority of the inland is forest. It's thick like redwood, northern like northwestern style forest. It's this luscious thick growth everywhere. It's apparently it's easy to get lost inside the forest if you don't know where you're going. Excuse me, she begins to go back to tying in the sails.
It seems like we should have had a ranger with us.
Shut the hell up.
What do you mean? I'm just saying.
Do you know anything about ranging?
I know a little bit. Not too much. I would not like to
Yes.
say that
Rangers, they who range.
Those from
I
the
would not like
range.
to claim that I know something that I actually do not. So,
Really?
but I would-
Really? Do tell.
All
But
right.
I can't. That's what I'm saying. I can't.
Oh, okay,
If I don't know.
I'll take back the shut the hell up now.
Why would you tell me to shut the hell up? I have not
All
said
right.
anything wrong. Finnegan, hello.
Thinking, help!
So,
Yes, very good, very good. Talir, how are you doing today?
so
Hello, Sam. Hello. Panther. Anyway.
So, as the Easy Breeze is slowly being brought in, as a smaller vessel, it actually has permission to dock up in the top part of this tower. You see that almost like as the tower itself, there are 3 different levels, and on each level is a large set of doors. That as the skyship is pulled in, the doors are sort of retracted, and you see kind of a conical shape that actually literally just kind of slots right into. As it slots in, struts are applied to the back, and within no time, with a very, very skilled hand, the Easy Breeze just easily slots into the dock. A gangplank is laid out, and as the gangplank is laid out, I need each of you to make another perception check, please.
Oh, another one?
I'm sorry, not for this. This is not no perception check. I got ahead of myself.
No? Okay.
So as the gangplank is laid out, you see that there is an elf currently walking away, wearing like to be some sort of official uniform. An elf is walking away down a flight of stairs. There is a second elven figure standing there. You see that for the majority of this area is the top of the top dock. This area is very open, a large stone platform tower. You see what's to be maybe like a freight elevator off the side. There are several large boxes and a small, looks like a booth or a hut off to the side. But the elf walking away, very confused look on their face. As the other elven figure turns back to you, you see that this one is a female elf. She has, very, very bright blonde hair, piercing blue eyes. As she just turns back, and now I need all of you to make me a perception check, please. Exposition first, then perceptions.
Oh, bugger. That's not great. That's not...
18.
I think that's the best perception check I've ever
21.
24. 17.
Okay.
Show off!
17.
What do you see with your
Human.
human
I'm a human.
What do you do?
Elrond and Montel, as you beat the DC of 20.
Oh, jeez, all right.
You notice the elven figure standing there with a all you notice her standing with a large, it's like a hand cart or a trolley of some kind. But you two, as you're watching, something catches your eye. You turn to like a large pile of crates, and you see several hooded and like leather armor-clad figures standing there. But as you notice, they seem to be taking their cue from this female elf. You're kind of like watching her standing there, and you actually see as the gameplay lowers. You, Montel, obviously see she passes the sign in Thieves' Cant for still, like remain, don't move.
Hey, you're an elf.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to bow or something?
Oh, I'm not that kind of elf.
Oh,
Yeah.
At a game.
right, okay.
Was it ever discussed who was delivering the child to?
Oh,
We
okay.
don't. They might.
Yes, Eleanor has told you that their contact had she's being paid. So she actually is currently stepping off the game playing with Sam. As you get a sense you're welcome to follow her should you wish.
Okay.
Montel is actually just gonna stay sitting up in the mouth.
Gotcha.
He's got all of his items. He's just watching this person who's obviously using Thieves' Cant from what he can see.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm gonna follow.
You step up. Anybody else stepping up after Captain Eleanor with Ricard?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna wait.
Grim's going.
Gotcha.
I will join.
Okay. By the way, Finnegan, when you look over, you're about 80, 90 feet from the stone surface, which leads down to the actual docks and the water. So you're about 100 feet from where you are to the actual top of the water and the docks. You're still a long ways up. To be fair, you just came down from about 500 feet, so.
He flies.
He can fly. He's got feather fall. He's good.
All right. Just kind of give you an idea of how high up you currently are. So, as you approach with Captain Eleanor, you see the female elf steps forward, and she goes, Captain Skydrop? She goes, yes, you must be Lady Sonali. It is a pleasure. Sonali. You watch, she looks at her, gives kind of just like stares at her, gives a sprite, a warm smile. She goes, yes, I am here to pick up the tea that my lord ordered. You see Eleanor. Actually, I'll roll me a insight check real quick. Well, those that are with her. So if you came down with Eleanor, roll me an insight check.
Right. Here we go with insight.
Nat 20?
That's right.
Nat 20.
I got 15.
15.
9.
Grim.
9.
Grim is.
Grim's on the ball as of
9.
today.
9. All right.
Other than that bloody 8 that I rolled earlier.
So Grim, you clock this when Sonali says, "Here to pick up my lord's tea," the tea my lord ordered. You see Eleanor for a moment go, oh, it's almost like a moment, oh right, yeah, like into herself, just a split second. She responds with, we managed to gather it unspoiled. And you see, as she says this, Sonali, and even the 3 individuals, Montel, you notice that suddenly they just seem to relax. She goes, good. Well, perhaps we should get the tea loaded then. My lord loves a good afternoon cup. You watch it, of course. She goes to the back. If one of you would like to go get the crate, please. The special order item she ordered.
Right.
You just see Sam.
You're back at the.
Yeah, I'm.
I'll send a mental link to you. I'm sorry, man. These people are tea people. They're not coffee people.
Montel's gonna send back. You don't understand code, do you?
You did actually that conversation was kind of low enough that you wouldn't be able to pick it up from where you currently are, because you're up in the top bow of that mouth where they're like it's air currents are moving. You hear the ships ringing, bells ringing, that kind of stuff.
Montel's just making an inference based off of what he saw them relax.
Roll me an insight check. I'll see if you can
Infer.
So close to that 20 that landed on something else.
11.
11. You notice that there is a relaxation of their posture.
Mm-hmm.
You get a sense maybe something good has happened, but aside from that, you really can't garner much being this far away.
Well, Grim goes and gets the.
You do see, though. You do see like Grim kind of turn. You see Samantha do that as Grim turns and walks up the gangplank to the crate. So, Grim, here's my question to you: over the past 8 days of travel, have you been doing the whole talking to the crate? Have you come to look at it or anything like that? Or have you been staying up in your room by yourself, or being,
Hello, crate.
have you been interacting with the crate?
That's probably what would have happened. Hello, crate.
So you've been doing this. How often have you done this?
Not as often as like Elrond or maybe Bravendil.
Elrond hasn't left the box since
Yeah.
then.
Hello, Aaron. I'm just here to hello to the crate. Hello, crate. Bye bye.
That happens about once an hour.
I got you.
Grim more or less like does it like once a day.
So the 4 hours where he has to sit and meditate, you kind of come down and
Yeah.
okay, got you. All right, so you about once a day then. So do you just say hello, crate? Is that all you?
Hi, crate.
Roll me. I want you to roll me just a straight charisma roll.
Charisma. Here we go.
Please let the crate go. Hi, crate.
Sorry, one of the comments says, "No wonder my FedEx is late."
Point of inspiration for that, Rob. That was good. That was good.
Kudos.
Oh,
I got a 15.
15.
I'm not that good. No.
Okay. So
No.
so
This is my regular rolling dice
DC
here.
of 15. The crate rolled a total of a 9.
Oh, good.
So as you walk in, you just hear, "Hi, Graham."
Nice to meet you. We'll be delivering you in just a sec.
Okay.
You're now taking the part of BT.
You hear a auntie.
Lifts up the crate and starts
Just
taking it out.
strength check.
Here we go. Strength check. Here we go.
Oh no.
God, bloody. Well, that's at least a 15.
Yeah, that's fine.
At least.
Yeah, because the thing is, the crate itself, it looks to be made of sturdy, thick, hard wood, but as you pick it up, it's light. This crate has been made for more of her comfort with the wars and such on it, so you
Okay.
easily kind of pick it up. You feel her kind of shift inside of it as you start carrying the crate.
sort of like you would say the crate from George of the Jungle that he travels to and from.
Yes,
It just opens up and he's just like comfortable.
well, crate 2, not George 1. George 1 is he's crammed in there.
Oh, yeah.
The second crate was at the larger crate. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you kind of walk out carrying it, you see. Montel was even watching it. You notice, and you as well, as the crate comes out. These three figures, they kind of tense, not like they're about to attack, but there is a moment of almost a sense of, hey, we know what that is. It's important. We have to watch it.
When Grim passes by the new mast, Montel will come down and
Got
just
it.
walk with
Okay,
Grim.
so while he's gone and got it, the two of the Captain Eleanor and Solani, they're basically just having a conversation about nothing. It's just made to kind of fill the time. Ricard, roll me an insight. And you're still there as well, Elron. Roll me an insight check.
Oh, bloody hell.
Nothing.
4.
Are you talking about at the Elvenwood?
Yes. Were you there as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll an insight check.
17.
17.
14.
14. You two get a sense that this, because it's a little like, so was your journey here eventful? Oh, no, nothing happened. This is made to fill time. I believe this should be for me. Yes, it is. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Yay for food.
Yay for
Thank you,
food.
delivery girl.
They deliver food.
Do I get to keep the change for interest?
Yep.
Yep.
This is being recorded. Be careful what you say.
Thank you.
Yeah, be careful how you treat your service
Go
individuals.
alone.
I would have walked down when
The conversation basically is just made to fill time. But the entire time, both the captain and this Sonali, this female elf, they are keeping their eyes peeled, watching everywhere, even though you are, literally dozens of feet in the air. So as Grim and now Montel and Finnegan step walking out the crate, you see Sonali, as soon as you step off the gangplank, Grim, she wheels this kind of trolley around goes, yes, here. So if you would kindly put it down.
Sit it down, like super carefully.
Hello, crate.
Tea.
Okay.
You do not want to jostle the tea.
Of course not.
Tea.
Tea.
You see Eleanor, yes, tea. A very special
Right.
blend of tea.
Right.
A wonderful tea. The best tea.
You hear Sam? Shut up.
There's a thought. There's a thought. He's going, I could do silence. I could shut him up.
All
Work.
right. She goes, now, Captain Eleanor,
This is going through my head.
unfortunately, we will be requiring your assistance in transporting the tea. And she looks around and goes, do not worry, I have procured an entourage here just for the express purpose of guarding the crate. You see Sonali look for a moment. She kind of looks at Eleanor and looks at the six of you, and she just kind of nods, and Sonali gives a nod as well. Very well. If you gentlemen would like to accompany the crate down through the cargo lift, I have a cart waiting for it at the bottom. Just let the driver know that Lady Sonali sends her best, and he will be more than accepting. I think she may have to have a conversation with her captain.
All right.
Quick question
Yes.
before. Could it have, is it okay if some of our larger items get taken with the
Actually,
with
that's the
ship's
thing.
crew?
You notice that what the other crew is doing, they're currently like bringing up larger crates. The kind of old style cranes are being lifted and filled and
Okay.
set aside. Now, it's not just like this is not the only thing being unloaded.
Yeah.
This is the only one that attention is being called to by this person.
Because Montel isn't going to carry the viola case with him.
Yeah.
He will carry his lute because it is already fashioned for
Yeah.
walking travel anyway. I just wanted to make sure I knew where that was going.
Gotcha. Like that kind of stuff we brought down just to let load on the cart as well. Anybody else do anything specific or?
I'll have Bryn right on top of the tea crate, I suppose, and if that's all right with you boys.
Like you see some of the displays now, he just kind of gives a small nod. As you watch as she kind of settles down, you swear you hear like a whispered giggle from in the crate. Sonali just kind of raising an eyebrow at it and shakes her head, but you begin looking around. So, who is going to push this kind of like hand trolley toward the large, what clearly is a freight elevator?
Seeing as how I'm the professional delivery
I
person.
thought,
So this is your delivery, guys.
Roll me a strength check, Finnegan.
here, I'll give you some guidance.
I'm gonna need it. We can't stack guidance.
Hey.
Gives you a D4.
Hey, all right.
Total of 18.
8. Wow.
Nice.
Okay. So I'm gonna say just between you
Like
and
grab the top of it, kick the bottom of it.
Come on.
Look up the bush. I do this shit.
Think more like the flat, like the level 4-wheel trolleys of like a
Sam's Club.
Sam's Club, yeah, that kind of trolley. So that's so
He's riding it like a
I just-
skateboard.
I
You
grab
grab
the
hold,
top
you
of it,
kick
just
off.
jump on the back, just roll down.
It's somehow or another
Right, so
working.
as you get to the large freight elevator,
I have a -1 to my strength.
I do
by the way.
too.
as all of you kind of get onto it, several other large crates are stacked up, and you see as those crates are moved, especially some of the crates where those guards were standing, those 3 individuals are gone now. You kind of get a sense they moved down the staircase. So it's going to take you a while because while it is a freight elevator, it is designed to move very slowly. So you kind of have a moment to yourselves as the 6 of you with the crate here. What are y'all doing? Anything you want to talk about, discuss?
Is Lady Sonali?
No, she stood up with Captain Eleanor.
So the only people in this elevator are our group.
And the crate.
crate.
Yes.
So we're delivering this crate to...
I'm just gonna
This is a heavy crate of tea.
I think we can kind of drop the tents right now, but I'm gonna lean to the crate and just kind of say, in Elvish, if anything seems out of the ordinary, or anybody tries to take this crate that you don't recognize, say something.
Was that Lady Sonali?
As far as we know, yes.
I liked her. She was my tutor. Her and my mom were friends. You kind of feel a sense of the downward tilt in her voice.
What do you think?
What were you saying, Ricardo?
We're delivering this tea crate to a captain.
Well, when you get down the bottom, you're going to hand to a car or carriage, and you were told that you were going to be escorting this to its ending location.
Okay.
On the journey here, that's where Eleanor told you that you were basically, quote unquote, smuggling the daughter back to her father.
Okay. We're doing legal smuggling.
But because apparently there is
Something new for you?
evidence was found that showed
No evidence of anything.
evidence was found that showed there may be a conspiracy within the Illve court, which led to the capture of both of them and the eventual death of her mother. So they're trying to get her back in as secretly as possible. And the reasons for that will be explained in the story. Why they're trying to be as secretive about this and that kind of stuff.
I'm good.
So anything else?
Be
Brahmadil's like standing over there by the edge of
Be sneaky. I'm looking up. Are
can
we
hear you,
still in the,
Rondell.
what? I do nothing. We are here in the elevator?
Yes.
I'm just looking at him.
Roll me a perception check.
I don't think there's any gold in the
I
elevator.
didn't say there was. I'm looking at this place. It's very nice looking. I rolled an 11.
As you, because basically it's like there are the three floors, so to speak, each floor about 30 feet. So as you slowly move down, you get a sense of that you're still being watched, but there's no sense of maliciousness to it. You're pretty sure that it was actually, you didn't see that, you didn't pass that perception check, so you would just get a sense, you get a sense of you're being watched. Not malicious, there's no like evil intent to it, you just somebody has eyes on you.
So it's close to the time.
I was gonna say, with my history and my passive 21, am I just kind of clocking
They
their
are,
pinpoints? Like,
yes, there is a kind of a crease among some shadows. You see a figure very clearly, and as you become to lower down to the top of that floor, they move, next level, exact same thing, until you get to the very bottom, and then you kind of, you see the door open and three shadowy figures move out.
Montel is actually just singing a low lullaby in Elvish.
Or performance.
Somebody's got an entertainer. Elrond is
What
not
did
good
the
at
say?
First one of the night, everyone!
So, in perfect form.
Here's the thing, Montel. This would have been an okay point for you to ask me, can you take a 10? Because it's a simple lullaby.
Yeah.
Would you like to take a 10 or you want to keep the natural 1?
I'll keep the 10, please.
Okay. Anything like that where you have like proficiency or expertise in, unless it's a specific story reason, you can ask, can I just take the 10?
Yeah.
A simple lullaby, that's enough of a, enough of those. That
Okay.
You don't have to actually make the roll for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast mage armor on myself because we're going down.
As it goes down, you just see Finnegan.
Okay.
And using, well, not everybody has.
We're kind of
Uh,
confused too, because I'm just looking at you like,
Keep in mind,
Yeah.
they know where we were going. And they
Yeah.
know that they didn't get the girl off the ship earlier, so they likely know that we're here.
Right.
So
Yes, yes.
stay on your toes, be prepared.
Gotcha.
Of course.
I'm as prepared as I ever am.
Alright.
Axe, sword, other sword.
Other axe.
Just see. Knife. Alright, so as the freight elevator reaches the very bottom, you see that the way it's positioned is that it has the large docking area for this lower area behind you, which is just used for normal ships. But where you land and facing outward, there's a sort of massive double doors and a ramp leading down. So it's easy enough to take the trolley and kind of push down. And waiting there at the end of the ramp is it's just a simple cart being pulled by a pair of, not expensive horses, but they look to be very sturdy horses. And you see a figure kind of sitting there as you pull out being driven by a male elf as he looks over at the group of the crate, just kind of gives a afternoon.
Hello.
Lady Sally said that send you the regards that we need to get this crate where it needs to go.
Very well, if you would just load it in the back, and appreciate if you'd walk along beside me. This time of day, the crowds, they may jostle the horses. Don't want them to run and bolt. Everyone roll insight. Animal handling check. Animal handling check.
I want to do an insight check.
Okay, insight or animal handling.
Well, for Grim, it's going to be the same thing, either one. Oh, okay. I'm rolling average today.
Wait, somebody's going to be on the cart to
Well,
drive the cart?
No, this is you're trying to gaze the animals themselves. You're not riding the cart yet.
I'll go 15.
Okay.
21 for the animal handling.
Okay.
13.
13.
Insight 12.
12.
Animal handling 11.
Okay. So if you beat a DC of 15 on either one, the way these horses are standing and the way they're just kind of shifting, these horses, you have to fire a cannon behind these things to make them run and bolt. You get a sense that these are well-trained military horses.
I wanted to do the insight check on him.
On him?
Yes.
On him. I'm on 21. As you're looking at him, the very laxed pose he's having you walked up, every muscle in his body, even though it appears to be relaxed, you can tell he is poised to pounce at a moment's notice. This is a warrior. This is a highly trained professional. And with the nonchalantness he speaks with and the way he moves, it kind of it gives a false sense of that it's just some random commoner, but you get a sense of don't mess with this guy.
Good sir, where are we taking our tea crate to?
Oh, I'm surprised Snelly didn't tell you. So looks at it as Graham sort of lifts it and goes, this is for the Lord. We're taking directly to the Nuranel estate. It's about a 20-minute jaunt. Just have to make sure that nobody steps in front of the horses or interrupts our travel.
That's perfectly fine. Sure.
We go with this. We wouldn't go with this.
Lead the
Of
way,
course.
of course. Well, yeah.
As you're standing there talking, you see it's a shimmer at first, but it is a pale blue butterfly. Just kind of lands on his shoulder and just disappears. So he goes, "All right, well, lads, I think we should be on our way. Don't want to, disturb the Lord's schedule. If you, big man, you walk alongside. So if you want to sit here with me, you look like you could handle yourself with these animals. One of you can ride in the back, and you, sir, you can walk along the other side. The rest of you just kind of spread out, look like a big regiment."
Got it. Oh yeah, I'm a big regiment.
So who's going to get So are you going to take it by sipping the one with him, or?
Is somebody else getting in the back of the cart with the crate?
I would say the person who found it sneaking with the crate.
Well,
would be
Ren's
the
still
best.
sitting on top of the crate. If so.
Hey, the silver dragon is still sitting on top of it.
I'll take shotgun and I'll have my fingers inside my cloak.
As you sit down, kind of basically ready and casting, you hear a faint whisper from this man going, "That's why I want you beside me, caster."
I'll get in the back and I'll
Back of the crate.
I'll pull out the bow. Just have it
Gotcha.
casual.
So you walk alongside the front. Where are you two at currently?
My tail's going to be walking directly behind the car.
Gotcha. There's still plenty of room for somebody else to kind of sit in the back with the crate.
I think Montel would prefer to walk behind the crate. He's more of a dagger thrower, so anybody trying to come in from the sides would also help.
Okay. And Robin, where are you?
I would like to be sort of on the side as we're going through crowds,
Yes.
right? And to make sure that keeping a watch of the crowd.
What?
Why are you so worried about Robindale?
I have done nothing. I have done nothing.
Assassin's Creed.
I'm just sort
Well,
of
it's,
walking.
no, it's not
so I
this
don't
I'm worried about. It's this as we're going through the crowd I'm worried about.
So as you all take your positions, you
What are
watch
you
as
talking about?
this.
He's never done that.
You watch as this very unassuming elf just goes, "All right, gee up, girls. kind of, and the horses sort of begin to move off in perfect unison through the streets. All right, now there are some travel rolls. Thankfully, you have to basically really fail these for anything bad to happen. This is a time thing. How long will it take?
Huh?
So,
You're not rolling for these. I saw that.
30 minutes is 3 rolls. Who wants to do the first roll?
Anyone?
Okay.
That's cocked.
Is it? Is it really?
I think you just called you a card.
I wish it was cocked.
I wish it was.
Is it cocked?
I mean, it landed on the weight.
Yeah, it landed in your weight or magnet or whatever, and it's kind of crooked. So.
Alright. Can I reroll that?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Yeah. My phone.
That's better.
10.
10.
10.
Like I said, 10 or above is fine. So the first area you pass through looks to be what it is the outskirts of the dock district. Several people, yelling back and forth. You see fishmongers bringing in days' hauls. Crates being moved and shifted over larger carts being moved around. Several being lifted up into other ships. With that, you actually enter out of the dock district. Roll number 2. Who wants it?
Sure.
Go, Montel. God damn it, Montel. God
3.
There it is.
Is it cocked?
No.
All right.
Sail.
You move into what is very clearly the merchant district. This is the district of taverns, of stores, and that kind of stuff. As you enter into it, there is a very large crowd blocking the way. You see, there looks to be like several performers coming in the middle of the street, juggling, throwing swords, breathing fire, that kind of stuff. You see that the guard standing there looks back at. Actually, it would have to be you, Robin. It looks to you and goes, "Hey, friend, go see if we can make a way for us up there, please."
I will do what I can.
Thank you. Everyone roll perception.
I'll go into the ground.
Can Ren roll perception too, or
Sure.
sure?
Hey.
Gotcha. 20?
It's going to be a total of 26.
Okay.
13.
Just tell me your base number. Five?
Hey, 5Zs.
What are you rolling for? What are you rolling for? something?
Perception, yeah.
Perception? Yeah. I just rolled.
Yeah.
All right, perception.
Yes.
14.
14.
I saw fuck all.
So,
Ren got Whoa!
look at that!
Oh, look at the
So,
fire
DC of 18. If you beat an 18 and you watch as Ren picks her head up, you will see the 3 familiar figures. They're actually they're Assassin's Creed again, and as they're moving to the top of the building, he's leaping very silently, and it's almost like you just get a glimpse of them. And as you look back down, as you kind of go around, you notice that Bravendil has just kind of slipped off into the crowd and has vanished. So Bravendil, what are you doing currently? As you're making your way through the crowd.
Make my way. So, with
that.
With the 34.
Yes.
I would like to. I am going to. I'm sort of wanting to get to a better position where I can see more of the crowd and maybe see better.
Okay.
Because my perception is shit. I'm not seeing very well.
Down an alleyway, kind of off to the side of where this crowd is saying, there are several large crates that are piled up. To give you a very good vantage point to kind of move up there and keep an eye on everything.
Okay. Can I percept again?
No perception with advantage this time.
Can you percept again?
Can I look a little muffin better? That's 2 11s.
What do you see?
Double
with your
11s.
evil eyes?
Sky.
I see. I don't see anything
I
that's
see the
going
inside
on,
of the
so
box.
I would like to sort of get back into the crowd, and I would like to try to see if I would like to go fishing.
Make the roll, sleight of hand.
Do I need a stealth again?
Sure. Roll your stealth check.
Why not? For shits and giggles. 33. Sleight of hand.
You for a moment like see him like crawl on the crates, look around, step out, he's like disappears in the crowd.
25.
25. Okay. Roll me a straight D20. So straight D20, no modifiers.
12.
12. Okay. So you kind of like go through 41 gold pieces, find their way to your hand. As you step up, what you do notice is that, yeah.
Which reminds me,
Right.
when you come back, I owe you 5 gold
So as
from the fight.
as you have made your way through the
I
crowd,
got that open.
Yeah.
as you made your way through the crowd, getting now to the front where these street performers are, roll me an insight check.
Insight. I am a well judge of character.
Not as good a judge of character as the Sultan from Aladdin.
13.
13. Just seems to be harmless carnival folk. Basically, yeah, like you see.
I become an NPC just walking.
You see the meanwhile back at the cart. The driver's going. He's taking a bit of time there, isn't he?
I think by now Montel might have like actually stepped onto the cart to try to see this performance himself a little bit better.
How far? Go ahead.
Montel's
You
looking
roll
for
perception
something
with advantage. I know what you're looking for.
Okay.
What did you say?
About how far ahead is this block?
Maybe 30, 40 feet is the crowd of people. It's kind of encircled around a traveling kind of caravan like style cart. There's like a tambourine player there. This is the Marvelous Beration Dancers is the name of the banner on the card.
15.
15. They're just carnival folks. There's nothing.
My 26 gives me nothing.
What was your for?
When you asked for a perception from the group, I gave you nat 20 with a 26 for total.
That's right. Oh yeah, that okay. You actually, so you do clock them running above you. And on the
Yeah.
okay. The style of movement, the what's the word I'm looking for? The technique they are using is one you have seen before.
Are their hands covered?
No, actually, their hands are not covered. But for a moment, you saw a symbol, a silver symbol, slip out from like an amulet. And as the person put it back in, you recognize the symbol. It's the same symbol that's currently on the cart, on the crate in the cart. And on that roll, you get a sense that you've got someone on Overwatch, so to speak.
Okay, seriously, when's these bloody people gonna move?
You know what? That's fair. You big man, see if you can get them to budge up there, please.
Gotcha.
All right, wait on this.
I would just start shouting, move out of the way.
Roll performance.
Everybody move!
Exactly.
It's in the Rivendell remembers. Oh, I was in here.
Either persuasion or intimidation with
Oh,
advantage.
straight up
One person,
intimidation.
whoever wants to make the roll, either persuasion or intimidation with advantage.
Oh, you're gonna do that? Okay.
Persuasion or you said
Intimidation, whichever one you want to use with advantage.
They're both the same. Oh God. Let me use favorite of the gods.
Okay.
I'm assuming 9 plus 7.
16?
16. Does that fail?
No, actually, that's fine. Well, you're setting a DC, so a DC of
Oh, I'm setting a DC.
that would be a 5. So no, yeah, you're good. All right. It just takes a while, as you just go, people kind of start moving out of the way. As they kind of step, and you watch as the performers see one time, they kind of like step back. Thank you. Yeah. You watch as the horses kind of pull forward.
Just slips
And
back in.
Rivendell, you just
I would like to. These circus performers.
Yes.
Slowly leaving Brabant
What,
behind.
what was their setup?
All right, so off to the side, you had what appeared to be some jugglers throwing knives back and forth. There were several dancers with veils and tambourines. You had a sword swallower. And you had one of them who basically had with the flute had like caused the rope to raise up. There were several people performing on it. And in front of them, on the ground, is a large open container where gold and silver pieces and even a platinum piece or two has been thrown into it.
Meanwhile, Seth rolls up a new character.
What do you mean? So I would like to, as we're sort of making our way along, I would like to try to. I want to make my way.
What you doing?
Yes.
I consult the book.
All right. So,
What are you doing with
Have we passed the circus people?
you're getting to the point where you're like, you still, because it is only about a, about a 50-foot path. There's shops, everything. It's very much a trade style of area. So the horses are having to kind of like slowly move through the area. So you're about this time is where the horses and you are getting to where the circus performers are. They're just kind of waiting politely as you move through, so people can like just kind of fill back out.
I'll toss a gold piece from my spot
Yeah,
into the pot.
you just toss a gold piece out, and they just kind of nod and smile at you.
Is there
Come on, probably.
is there a large crowd around the pot?
Roll me a d20.
Natural 20.
No, when they begin to move over, they moved over so eventually so quickly that there's actually like they kind of stepped all their focus on this horse and cart moving by, and the pot is sitting there a good 2-3 feet from anybody.
From anybody. Okay.
And actually looks like the cart is going to kind of maneuver right over it as well.
Okay. I would like to if I'm able to, I would like to kind of nonchalantly be walking over and trying to get as much as I can.
Can I roll perception because I'm walking
Anyone's
behind
down.
the car?
Is there any sort of stealth with this
Actually-
at all?
Yeah. I mean, you would have because you're still technically his. You would have advantage on the sleight of hand check. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have.
And then he's going to set the DC. You have to roll the perception to see.
Advantage?
Yes.
Shit, I don't have any inspiration. Well, good thing I have advantage because one of them was a natural 1. So I'll take the 9 for a 18.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
So you get 18.
I rolled an 18 on the die. 25 total.
So you watch because the crate itself was like a large kind of like wooden bowl, sitting on kind of like a little pedestal, and you watch as Robin just kind of turns and goes kind of like does excuse me, as a hand slips behind him. Now roll the sleight of hand to actually pick the gold.
We are transporting This is a straight roll.
Straight roll, yeah.
Sleight of hand again. 22.
Well,
Is this like for anybody to take?
Now this is a platinum. Let's see. So you'll get 1 platinum piece, 5 gold pieces, and 80 silver.
Massive headache.
You just kind of reach through it, like as
How
you
much gold did you say?
5 gold pieces. I'm sorry, 8 silver. 8 silver.
8 silver.
8 silver.
Not
yes.
80?
Not 80. 8 silver.
Are you sure?
8 silver pieces. And Montel, you as he turns, just turns back around. You see all that clearly happen.
And then I sort of just rejoin the.
All right.
Montel doesn't say anything, but he does. He specifically
That's
lets him know.
Okay.
He doesn't let them know,
Gotcha.
or anyone else.
So
Just specifically you.
Montel's kind of walking along,
Okay.
whispers
You're
to
snitches.
old Elron. All right.
Snitches in the ditches.
So as the cart moves up now out of this merchant district, you are starting to see more elaborate homes. Like this is essentially would be like the wealthy elite district. And this is the final travel roll as you are now entering into the estate area. So who wants to make the final travel roll?
I would make it. No objection.
No objection.
Go ahead.
Go.
Good to see how many fingers there was. I got.
I'm sorry, I lost a couple fingers in a battle.
It happens.
There you
You found them.
Put them back.
I've already said the most important things are not too far from me. Mantel is great right next to me.
All right.
Well,
So as you now
Yeah.
pull into the
Yeah.
what is called the high top district, as you pull into this district, you see several look to be guards wearing armor. Someone goes, "Excuse me, stop, please, stop." You watch as the driver slowly reins it in. As the guards step up and goes, "Excuse me, sir, it's going to be a moment. We've had some issue here recently. If you just if you wait a few moments, let us take care of the situation." Everyone roll perception.
My greatest.
19. Ren can roll 2 or no?
12. We're doing wonderful
10
today.
for me.
17.
18 for her.
Okay. 17.
17 on the roll.
Natural 1 adds up to an 8.
Say natural one's all I need.
5.
We are rolling like shit tonight.
Well,
So who beat a DC of 15?
Not even a little bit.
All right.
Not even close.
So
Nope.
actually, I need to roll for him. Okay. So the area you're in is again about a 40-foot cobblestone area. You just kind of come out of the mercantile and turn the corner. And there are these thick, large hedges on either side of you. Okay. You two will make the dexterity saving throw with advantage. I need dexterity saving throws from everyone else. From everyone, please.
But
You you cannot be surprised. Yes.
On a natural 1, I'm going to make this with disadvantage.
Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Yeah.
does Pseudo Germany make Dex save too, or?
Actually, I want to say that because
Don't
of
need
her,
advantage.
you'll have. I'm going to give you advantage as well. She basically is going to alert you to danger.
I don't need advantage
Natural 20.
on the
Okay.
first roll.
16.
15.
Where am I shooting? I think it's plus
10.
16.
16.
14.
14.
Even with advantage,
that's
it's
gonna be
great.
26.
26. Okay. Driver rolled a total. Actually, he does have advantage because he did. Cool. He rolled a 2 and a 3. So those who beat the DC of 15, you all hear the faint of metal moving through the air, and you're able to dodge out of the way as where you were previously, several large metal darts just impact into the wood. The driver going to stand for a moment before grabbing his neck and falling down, this large metal dart in his neck. You also begin to hear the sounds of combat happening nearby. As the guard not looking at you going, pulling it off, not an as he pulls the helmet off, not an elf, a human. As he throws it down, goes, "Give us what's in the box," and nobody does. And you see from the side 4 more individuals step out.
How much damage do I take?
That's right. If you fail, I need a Constitution saving throw, please. As you will take 1 point of damage.
How close are they together?
1 point of
As they
damage?
come out
So when you step out, they will be within 40
Just
feet.
one.
of each other?
Yes, of everything.
And how far away are they from us?
Be about about 10 feet.
17 con.
Okay.
I'm in the back of the car.
Yeah.
Can I reach over and grab the? You said he fell unconscious or something.
Yes, like he.
Can I grab a hold of him and pull him out of the cart and then?
Sure. Make me an athletics check.
Oh well.
How long have we been traveling?
It's been about 25 minutes. You're getting close to it.
So my best weather is still going. What's kind of the out? Are there any nearby outlets?
Yes.
Okay.
That's gonna be 12.
Well, it's gonna take you to come pull him back out of the.
Okay, I'll like dump him on the ground. I want to jump in the
Yeah.
seat and grab the reins.
Oh.
Yes, that's what I want.
Ah.
Wait, what?
Okay. Yeah. So we'll okay. You jump. Well, I'm not making you roll that. You jump into the seat.
Okay.
All right. So.
Got the reins. All right.
I got a total of 13 on my Constitution saving throw.
But you made the deck save though. Did you? You did not?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
No.
okay. All right.
It,
So,
it was the both of us.
I got a 14, just shy of what was needed.
okay. So DC. So you're fine. You made the save. DC of 12. So you're not
We
knocked
both
out.
made it.
Yeah.
All right. You do feel something as it hits into you. You feel you're so it's like kind of sluggish and slow down, but just your normal, your normal immune just kind of kicks in and pushes it out, whatever it is. You're
Mine tells had enough caffeine in his system.
yeah, like you're really like for coming to hey, aw, like you're brought down to normal.
Mine tells
Just killed your boss.
Just absolutely killed your buzz, now you're pissed.
All right.
I rage.
So, with that, there is the one in front of you and 4 on the sides. We go to initiative rolls.
Yes.
You say if we give you the crate, no one dies, right?
I get advantage on this.
I said I didn't plan for combat, but there is combat was potential.
Oh, come on. I'm
Wow.
not winning tonight.
Nah, okay.
I always have my coin.
Over there.
I always have my coin unless I specifically give it to someone else.
Why not?
And no one asked for it this time.
You can always give it to me.
Never give it to Montel.
I could use it.
What?
You know.
Because I don't need it.
You get advantage on initiative.
Probably becomes
No, I
toothless.
just it's actually might be better for Montel to go
It's
last.
actually a prayer thing. I have to
Yeah.
like it's a blessing I have to give.
All right.
And if
So,
I give it to someone, it leads the person before.
That guy is over.
point of inspiration for the reference, by the way. Big Bad Heart, love that. So,
I'm gonna use
Finnegan,
it now.
21.
Whoa.
Riccara,
9.
Grim,
12. Rolling wonderfully tonight.
Elron,
19.
Montel,
11.
Robin Hood,
Dirty 20.
30-20. So, Finnegan, Robin Elron,
And the other part?
My answer is
Montel's
Montel's
already
already
Grim?
cracked down.
Montel, Riccara, and then with their 6 initiative roll, the mercenaries. So, Finnegan, as you saw this happen, you do catch Riccara literally leaping over and has landed into the seat and is reaching for the reins. So what would you like to do?
Firebolt.
Firebolt. Roll for it, sir. Which ones? There's 1 in front and 2 on either side of you. 5.
The one in front.
All right.
Clear a path.
It's a 23 to hit.
Yes, that's going to hit.
14 damage.
14 points of damage.
Nice.
So just the fire slams into him. It's like, get him! Anything else?
That's it.
All right. With that now is Bravendil.
I'm going to. I'm in the thick of it. Let us. I will jump onto the side of the cart and hold onto it, and I will grab my dagger and throw it at the nearest one.
Okay.
We're rolling great
That's
tonight.
gonna be one of them there. 14.
14 just barely misses.
Guys, I told you.
As your dagger flies, and ducks underneath as the dagger flies by.
For a bonus action.
Bravendil goes Russian.
For a bonus section, we would like to
Rage. Anchor rogue.
Can I jump into the cart and try to hide behind the crate?
Yeah, roll me an acrobatics check.
Aha! Acrobatics? 17.
Calls bonus of movement. Yeah, as you basically lift up, throw in one hand and jumped over and rolled. Just kind of land with a loud thump, and you hear, what's going? What's happening?
Everything's fine. Do not worry. Go to sleep. It's okay. And I'm kind of hiding behind
Okay.
the cart,
okay.
and
Alright.
that's gonna be 27.
27. Is that with your other thing?
Huh?
With the other thing added to it?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Elrond, you're up.
Alright, so quick question. How big is the cart we are using?
So the cart you're in is about, for each is about 10 feet across.
Okay.
10 feet across, and an additional 10, 15 feet is the edge of where these people are standing.
So
It said it's about 10 feet by about 15, 20 feet.
I guess since I'm standing by the horses technically, I'm going to step back. I guess it'd be 5 to 7 feet to get just behind where they're got the reins.
Okay.
Gonna grab hold of the cart, kind of hold on, and just say, "Go!" and Spirit Guardians. It's a 15-foot radius.
Okay.
So if anybody, these guys are all exempt. The horses are exempt, and our drivers. So anybody within 15 feet of me makes a wisdom saving throw right now.
A 6.
That's a fail.
Nice.
Yes.
4. That's 3, 7.
Oh.
That's 2. That's 9 damage. And
4.
anybody not designated by me is half speed when they come within 15 feet.
Okay. What do the guardians look like?
They look like coterie assassins. One
You-
of them is female, kind of slender. If you want to have them do the roll thing,
Sure. Everyone roll.
you set whatever DC you want
So
for it.
Montel, Grim, and Rakara
They
for sure. I think. Yeah, you as well, Finnegan. You roll. Brabendil, you do not make this roll.
What am I rolling?
Perception.
Is this for his sisters? Is
Look
that
at
what that
that.
is?
Look at that.
thanks for ruining it.
No,
for
I'm
Brad.
saying I never saw her.
I thought you had one game with her.
No, I sat in.
You sat
on
in.
it.
That's what it
Grim
is.
sees
Okay.
it.
So that's
So
the only
Grim,
reason.
Dora, okay. So then you will not make it.
It was a nat 20.
Take a form of inspiration for being a good role player. Thank
I'm
you,
up to
sir.
4.
Remember, cap is 5. So.
Oh.
20.
That's 20.
So I'm not going to make
18.
18.
19.
Jesus, yeah. So you three instantly see coterie agents. And as it's not they don't just like kind of poof. It's like they spin out of the shadows into existence. And you see as one spins out, this female elven form taking a stance, you very much recognize Elise.
Who are you, Elise?
What do you mean, Elise? Get out of here!
Montel clocks it, doesn't say a word.
All right.
I don't see him.
No, because you never. Well, you would just see you just see coterie agents.
I see the coterie.
Like those you do recognize. Yeah.
That just popped out of nowhere.
But they're like
kinda
spectral. And,
spectral, yeah.
They're spectral, yeah.
Okay.
They are guarding the cart.
Just making sure like that he,
Yeah, we're just
that he
like-
knows that they're like spectral.
Yeah, they are spectral coterie agents. Yeah. All right. So, anything else?
That's good.
No, that's it for right now. Just go.
Okay. Grim, you're up.
Cool.
As you just saw these like wispy spectral coterie agents kind of whirl into existence out of the shadows, and you see them literally putting a barrier around the cart. As you see these enemies kind of stagger back and begin to kind of start moving a little bit sluggishly, so they're having like to wade through molasses. So what are you doing, sir? You do clock. Ricard has almost fully landed in the seat and grabbed the reins. You see Elrond has grabbed it, just yelled, "Go!" So what are you doing?
Get them the fuck out of here! And he goes into a rage.
All right.
And heads towards those two guys.
Okay.
He's gonna.
You want so like to the side or?
The
You got the
two
one
on
in
the side
front?
that he was on.
Gotcha,
He
okay.
was alongside the car.
Yeah, so you would
there's
be
two guys
on,
there.
if looking straight on, you would be on its right side. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and we'll attack twice, and let's see. Would he be able to split his attacks between one person and another?
Yeah, they're within 5 feet of each other, yeah.
Okay, cool. So first attack going for guy on his left.
Yep.
Woo! Got 20 with tie taker.
Kill him.
Kill him.
Give me a moment, let me do some quick math here. Add 33 HP to your total.
Yay. Okay. All right, and that's at 20, so double damage.
Yep.
6. That's 34 damage.
Dead.
Guy on the right.
Like, literally, you just step up and get him out of here! Shoot, just right through this guy. You see the energy and life drain out of him into your blade. He just like falls back, literally vivisected across the front, across the from the shoulder to hip. Just falls apart as you turn and just stare at the other guy.
17.
17 still hits. You're good.
I'm gonna hit this man.
I'm gonna go get a bubble. 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. Okay.
I add 9 to my temporary hit points.
So what are you at temporary now?
42.
42. The answer.
The answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Anything else?
At this point, just trying to keep the fool from attacking the car.
Did you frenzy to get an extra attack? A third? Okay.
Nope.
Good to know.
Not frenzying, just raging.
Montel, your turn.
Okay, my tail would be probably like 5-10 feet back from the
Yep.
cart. Is there enough room from where the box ends and where the cart ends for Montel to take a step on?
Yeah, there's about 5 feet between that. You can step up onto it.
What Montel does is he takes like 2 running steps onto the cart on top of the box so he can see everything.
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
15.
15. That's fine. Now, maybe a perception check real quick.
14.
14. You do not see Bravo hunkered down behind the box. As you just step up to it, just like you land on the box. The box kind of jarring. You do hear kind of a slight, like, huh, from inside as...
So there's only one person in front of the cart?
Correct. He's a little bit smoky right now.
Montel, as a free action, pulls his dart and throws it. My feat is fighting initiate, thrown weapon fighting. Free action, I can pull a thrown weapon.
Oh, you pulling a thrown weapon.
Yeah, pulling a thrown weapon.
Okay.
I'm pulling my dart.
Okay, because technically switching weapons is the bone, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you're good. Yeah.
I'm pulling my dart
Basically,
and I throw it.
like as you kind of move your sword to your offhand, grab a dart. As you're jumping it, grab a dart and toss it.
I don't even have a sword in hand.
Okay, then you just reach. Sure.
So, yeah.
Make the attack.
That is 10.
10's a miss.
Okay. Question: how big is this piece of metal in me? Because I got hit. Is it a barb or is it like a dart?
Oh, I'm sorry. It does look like it is a dart, and as you've been moving, you feel there's probably a barb inside that's keeping it. And you can pull it out. It's just going to hurt a little bit.
Montel leaves it in there and is just like, that's another dart if necessary.
Okay.
Bonus action, calling back the dart I just drew to my hand.
You pull it back to you. All right.
Preparing another throw.
All right. Anything else?
That's all.
Rakara, your turn.
So I finally.
Yes, you sat down, range in hand.
Like,
You just
am I sitting on top of the guard? Barely sitting
no.
on
Like you throw him back in the back of the car.
Okay.
So you sat.
I'll grab the reins and just
That's an animal handling check.
handling him, or I have the land vehicle proficiency.
That'll work. Yes, we'll go with that. Yeah.
Okay. Dang it.
Wow.
Okay.
Well.
What's the?
Believe. It'd be the same as animal handling. You're
Favorite of the gods? Again?
The
Can I give him a point of my inspiration?
no, shoot, what's it called?
Do that?
I can't find it.
What does it do? What does it
I've
do?
got something like the sorcerer's 5th level. I can re-roll, spend a point.
Yeah, you can spend. I think it's a sorcerer's point to re-roll something.
I forget what it's called too.
I forget what it's called.
Remember what that is.
I think it might be a meta magic feat.
It's a
Yeah.
meta magic thing, but I can't.
My phone is otherwise engaged at the moment. Hello
Let's
everyone.
see, meta magics for rerolling.
There you go.
Powered, extended, heightened. So,
I cannot find it.
I don't see it in here.
I don't see one about re-rolling. Like re-rolling damage, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
used it.
it's an optional feat. It's an optional thing.
Okay.
From Tasha's, probably.
From probably Tasha's because I have it on a different character of mine.
Okay. So what is
Is that just a spell?
You can
or-
re-roll an ability check for a sorcery point, is what it says.
Okay, that's fine. You can,
Can,
yeah,
is that allowed?
that's
Okay.
all. Yeah, it's one
Okay,
sorcerer
so
point.
then I'll just mark it down. Is that all right?
Yeah, let's go. You're fine. Go for it.
Better.
Oh, that's
All
so
right.
much better.
So that's going to be a dirty 20.
All right. So who is all currently on the cart? I need the three of you to make either athletics or acrobatics saving throws.
The three? I counted four.
Sorry, four.
I
Four.
counted
Not including the one.
five. Three, my lord.
Athletics or acrobatics saving throws.
Dirty 20 on acrobatics.
Okay.
15 on acrobatics.
Okay.
14.
14.
12.
12.
Now my back is a goose.
Yeah.
But,
You're driving. That's why I said 3. You're driving, so you don't have to make that. You're the one that you know the jolt is coming. So,
Everyone else, not so much.
DC of 12. Who failed?
I don't think any of us failed.
Good.
We're all good.
So yeah. So as you hear him go, yeah, you just brace yourself. As the cart lunges forward.
Mine's ran on top of carts before. This is
natural
nothing new
one
to
on his
him.
dex saving throw. This is like 2 tons of horse and buggy and.
He's had
Also,
their horses too, so
Yeah,
they should have stats for trampling or something.
he's dead. He goes, what the? Ah! He just watches the horse, but the car just run him over. Actually, that's the thing. As the cart moves over, there is no bump. You get a sense this cart's a lot heavier than it looks. This is probably there is probably metal made into the wood to armor this thing. Now I need to make essentially I need to make some very similar to the large cart that you travel in. So this is for them.
This is now. My toes on top of this box and it's just like
All right, so
like standing circle.
As you go barreling down, you see 3 individuals wearing kind of slapdash armor being thrown off of a nearby building, just landing in front of you. Not like dagger cuts. One has a knife in his throat. As the agents following you on your behalf rolled a 19, and the bad guys rolled a 2. They did not last very long in that fight.
Nice.
And actually, as you pass nearby these three, and you very much recognize now, as they hit, you recognize the mark of the Cathedral of Shadows on them. As they hit, one of them just looks at you and goes, "His estate, now, go!"
Point the way.
We don't know the way.
So Grim, you 5 are technically out of combat at the moment. As the cart is barreling, Grim, what are you doing?
Great. Target-rich environment.
Okay, so right now it's Grim versus
Grim versus everybody. Let's go.
well, no.
There's like 3 people left.
There's only 3 mercs left, so
I mean,
Goody.
right now it's Grim versus
Grim versus everybody. Let's go.
well, no.
There's like 3 people left.
There's only 3 mercs left, so
I've
Goody.
got like 120-foot range on a bunch of.
you know what, that's fair. So at this point you would have moved 60 feet away.
Okay.
So your cart has brought you 60 feet. So we're still in combat. So yeah.
Hey.
So that was now it's the Merc's turn. So as they, the three of them just gonna look at you and goes, "I'm gonna get you for that, big man." And they're going to
Come on, you want some?
They will make sword attacks against you. So the one that you hit just stares at you. He makes his first attack. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Okay, he's using a long sword. 9 points of slashing damage, so half to 5.
Okay, let me do quick math over here.
Yep.
All right.
His second attack. 16 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. So the two guys step up behind you. One will have advantage because you were flanked.
Oh, of course.
First attack. The high roll was a base with 9. So 14.
Nope. Nope.
His second attack. Okay. 23 to hit.
That'll do it.
Max damage. That's going to be a total of 15 points of damage. Slashing. Have to 8.
8. All right.
And
More math.
other guy, he does not have advantage on the attack. No, that's a miss. 17.
17 meets it, beats it.
Beats it, so plus 5. 9 points of slashing, half to 5. Alright, so these guys just step up, just start tearing into you. With that, we are now
Still
back.
haven't gone through my temporary hit points
With
yet.
that, we are now back to Finnegan.
Using the telepathy stone,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell Grim, duck.
I'll give you advantage on the roll.
We should already have on dexterity saving throws.
Yep.
Okay,
Which
so
I already did.
Yeah.
But
Give
I
me double advantage. Get out of the way.
Roll
and
3
fireball.
dice. And fireball.
Centered on him. They're all surrounding him.
That's fair, okay.
On a Tuesday
Treat
afternoon.
it like a champ. Here we
Alright,
go.
so that's going to be 3
Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
dexterity saving throws.
Here we go.
What's the DC?
14.
Let's see.
Too
He's
bad
dead.
that doesn't help.
Too bad it don't help.
Doesn't make it any extra.
I have 2 natural 1s and a 3.
That's 1 regular damage and 2 doubles.
So this guy was the 3, and then these 2 were the natural 1s. What did you roll?
Nat 20.
Natural 20. Jesus. You know what? On that, because you told him to duck, I'm going to say that Grim, as you saw that, you leapt out of the way and are actually going to be outside of the blast as you just like come down, roll, and start. Don't even roll for damage. The one guy who made the 3 is so it's you just as right behind you. Cool guys are looking at explosions.
And everyone around is still moving at regular motion.
Yeah.
And yet Grim is catching up. That's how this works.
I rolled 23 on damage. So.
23 on. So yeah, those were definitely dead, and that's definitely these guys were toast.
I better catch up.
Double were taking 46. Their HP was 40. Yeah, they were dead.
As soon as we are like outside of where we can get hurt, Montel drops to to where he can kneel in front of this box, and is just going to like comforting words, letting her know she is safe with us.
Gotcha. That's fine. No roll for that.
Are these 3 cathedral people still around, or did they run?
Oh, they're like hanging on to, and actually, as you see one taps your hand and points, and down the way you see that a large bronze gate is slowly being opening up. Goes there, right there. As you make the roll is right now. We're just in cinema. We're in cutscenes right now. As you make the turn, sorry, not just enough that Grim goes like jumps onto it. That's not what I need to know. You don't jump onto it as it makes the curve. You're sliding in just as everything is to like the gates start to close. Grim comes running through, running dive, slides in. The gate's closing behind.
Looks like Chris Pratt being chased by raptors.
What time you got?
8:05.
8:05. Okay, a few more minutes. We'll take our break. So yeah, as you race into the car, you watch one of the cathedral members jump over, actually landing on the 2 horses, and goes whoa, pulling back on them. You see the horse kind of canter and slow down. Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
As he jumps off and goes, "Who the fuck are you, Six?"
Who the fuck are you?
We're the natural ones. Who are you?
Thank you for this.
Just my
Head sticking out of a box.
God, my tail looks down. Where have you been?
I was here.
It's like Bromondale, like,
It's just like
Bromondale is somehow underneath the box itself somehow.
I just walk out of nothingness.
you watch as the other two assassins step out. In Elvish, speak to this guy, goes, "We'll secure the perimeter." Just nod, they just begin to move around. He goes, "Well, that, apparently her exit was not as secretive as it was supposed to be.
I'm gonna check on the driver real quick. Is he out or just knocked out?
Slap his cheek and hey.
The knockout talked to him with his pretty, but he's
That's
alive and breathing.
consent to touch.
Are you okay? He's okay.
My tail grabs the dart and just rips it out.
You don't
You?
just slap a man's
yeah, out
cheeks
of
without
himself.
asking permission.
Chili cheese.
Yes.
D4 basically force damage. You just have to rip it out of you.
I'm immediately healing it.
That-
anyway,
yeah,
so
Is it considered a poison?
Dust.
I'll call it type of poison. Yeah.
Because I'm just gonna go up to him, lesser restoration, get rid of
Yeah,
the poison, so he starts kind of coming
Yeah.
to.
As you take the dart, pop it out, and cast Lesser Restoration, he just kind of. As he jumps up and seemingly from nowhere produces two short swords. Just where?
You missed all the fun. Maybe next time.
So he looks at the guy, goes, "Thank you." He goes, "Yes, Captain. I'll join the other two." He puts it's like two sheets sitting underneath his jacket and puts them back up. He goes, "Well, I don't really know who the fuck you are, but I was glad you're with me."
That's usually the consistency.
Was the dagger taken out of him?
Yes.
Yes, like he.
Montel takes the dagger.
Yeah. More of a dart than a dagger.
I'll pass it off.
Both way.
The D4 worth of damage, basically.
Montel takes both.
All right. See, can you drive this thing? I'm still a little bit woozy.
Of course. Where we drive?
Back around servants' entrance.
Yes.
Once we got here, we're safe. My men will keep an eye on the wall, and the Lord has paid enough
Sketchy.
paid enough clerics. Actually, no. As you're looking to your arcane vision, it's just like gold light, wards, runic magic. He has spent some money protecting this place now, and it's all been recently, within the last few weeks. He spent a small fortune.
I approve.
I just see Finnegan like standing. Yeah. He spent a lot of coin making sure that when we got her home, she was safe. So whoever you are, thank you. As you kind of pull, as the door opens, you see several other elves step running out quickly to the box. He goes, there's a muffle effect. Take her inside. They just sort of begin to take the crate, just get moving with her.
They're not going to open the crate, let the portal out.
The less of her that can possibly be seen, the better. There's still a massive. The area is open. There are walls, but people can still look above us and see.
They shouldn't see the tea. There could be.
It is some life sensitive tea, man. Come on, you
Yeah.
got this. We've been traveling with this tea for a week.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Ricotta. Do better.
Look, he takes.
Sorry.
You see, that's his job. You see, as he takes off, like he reaches underneath his lapel and takes off, looks to be like a brooch of some kind. Goes, go touch that to the symbol. He hands it to Urikar. It'll unlatch it. I'll deal with the horse and buggy. The Lord will be returning very soon. Just kind of get his horse. And the six of you now standing in front at the back. This large manor house. The style very much of like the singular. You have the singular wing in the center, two large wings on either side. Probably a good 7-8 acre estate. Gardens, fruit trees. This place is massive. Architecture very much you think of with the word elven. More of a looks more natural, more grown than actually carved and masoned.
Montel, looking at all of this, is more along the lines thinking of how people would break in.
Roll me
on the out.
a-
He's looking for like any trees that might be near
Roll me
the outside.
investigation.
So are there other elves around?
Yes, use other there are. There'd be gardeners who would service them about their day to day. But there was it was 4 who came out and grabbed the actual crate and moved it inside.
Okay, so we're gonna follow them.
Yeah.
Of course.
18.
Actually, it's odd from what you've seen, and you actually would kind of pick on the way in. It looks like that there is fresh, disturbed dirt near closer to the wall areas. Like like certain trees have been moved back.
Montel is approving of this.
Yeah, like this. From what you see, and with him magically, and from a rogue standpoint, this place is a fortress. Alright. With that, as the 6 of you enter into the estate, the doors closing behind you with several elves just kind of nod. You hear a whisper, thank you, as they go about their day. You see Lady Sonali as she steps out of the room and goes, thank the gods you made it.
It's safe to let her out now.
How did she beat us back? Because she didn't have to deal with the card?
Because she probably on some magic bullshit.
That's fair. Well, both answers are fair.
I like
The-
both fair answers.
The young mistress is currently being seen to in her room, yes.
What was this?
Good.
Well, no, they need that to open it. The crate's been taken to her room. You have to go unlock the.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, in a moment, you actually would see somebody walking downstairs and ask her about that brooch.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's just kind of jumped the gun, was all. Do you want to hand it? You want to go there yourself? You want to hand it to them, or?
Ro's being very inquisitive, so yes, he.
Okay, so you kind of take it and go. Anybody want to? Because okay, so this massive house. You got Riccardi, you have Lady Sonali. There's these. What do you want to do?
Approach.
I'm kind of interested about the tea.
Tea. All right. Finnegan.
Is there a library?
Roll investigation.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Robert, do it.
I would like to be looking around, just to get a sense of the place.
Right. Roll an investigation.
Speak with people.
17.
Yeah, as you're standing there, you see that the door Lady Sonali came out of. You can see large large bookshelves filled to the brim with different sorts of scrolls and books. And nobody seems to be paying attention as they're all moving like with these 4 up to the kind of up the stairs. You kind of can just walk in and be and look among to see.
I'm gonna do that
All right, so you head to the library
with my eyes on.
with your eyes on. Gotcha.
Eyes on.
15. Are you looking for anything specific?
I'm looking sort of like with the same thing with the ship. I'm kind of looking and seeing who's around, what are they doing, going up and conversating.
I got you. There are several, which was just typical house servants, cleaning. A few of them, carrying things back and forth. You stop at a door and see a massive, huge, probably a good 300, at least the size of a football field room, with a gigantic table in the center of it, kind of doubling as both as a ballroom and a dining hall. And people are kind of like, food is being placed upon it, a grand feast apparently being prepared. You see fresh pork, stuffed pig, whole roast chickens. You see fresh fruit, bread, different vegetables, just the table being laden down with wines and ales. I know this is happening. You actually watch as the curtains are being drawn down and candles are being lit, being lighted and everything.
He should go walk up it like he belongs.
As one of the goes, turns over the tray. You actually say it's a male elf. Goes, excuse us, we were not quite ready for you yet.
Oh, it's no worse. Is there anything I could do to assist you?
Oh, well, you've done enough, so please, this is what we do. This is our job. Is what we do. You brought the young mistress home. Thank you. So you seem kind of. I'm very sorry, but her mother was not able to make the return trip.
It's a terrible thing to happen.
So, thank you. You see him goes and setting like pewter cups and plates out.
Well, thank you for all that you do. I'm going to put a gold in this pocket.
Oh, thank you. Sir.
First. And what is your name?
I am.
I am random name generation.
I'm Ferren.
Ferren.
F-E-R-O-N. Ferren.
Why
Dungeon Masters of TikTok. List of NPC names. I highly recommend it.
It is a wonderful day to meet Chief Aaron.
Thank you.
And I hope
Otherwise, all your NPCs' names will be Bob
Or Steve.
or Steve.
perhaps we could get to know each other better at some point.
Of course, of course.
Have a wonderful night.
You as well. So while this is happening, we cut now to the four of you being led up into this very lovely, her bedroom, probably about the size of like 3 rooms of Haggerty's.
It's huge.
The crate kind of sitting on the floor, a few kind of house elves looking over it, trying to, as Ricari, as you walk up, and as you get close to the box, you see the brooch kind of shine a little bit as the emblem of the cathedral shadows also kind of lighting up. Distinctly, you get a sense, keyhole, key. Boop. As you touch, you hear several audible clicks as locks unlock. You actually hear several. You feel the of several magical arcane locks unlocking as well, as the crate essentially just kind of opens up, and sitting there is a young elven girl. She appears to be in her between 6 to 7 years old, which you would recognize as she's in her mid to latter 30s.
Yeah. 30s, maybe generously in her 40s.
She has beautiful platinum, and not platinum blonde, pure platinum hair. It kind of hangs down around her shoulders. And as she looks up, and everyone roll me, I need you 4 roll me perception checks, please.
Perception.
What time do you
817.
I got an 18 on that one.
have? Okay.
9.
9.
9.
Montel?
9.
9.
I'm too enamored by
It's
the
a 10
platinum
unless I
hair.
use my passive. So
This more of like trying as you're looking at her. This is not something you just pick up in the. So Grim, you're the only one that has because she kind of like wakes up and was looking around, kind of hard, but you see her face. She has her eyes are the color of deep amber. He's like this deep golden brown color. She's just, and then you've never seen any elf like that. Like all other elves here, they're brown, blue, green, brown eyes. Their hair is ranging anything from like auburn to black to blonde. Lady Sonali was kind of a platinum blonde color, but her hair is the color of pure platinum. She just kind of looks around and goes, "I'm home." It's kind of like you see like the sense of worry and everything just kind of washes off of her, and she's instantly like just not berated but just surrounded by servants, people crying and laughing and smiling. You get a sense these are less workers. This is more of a family. And even Lady Sonali, who's kind of leaned against the door, smiling, goes, "Well, natural ones, huh?
Naturally.
You 6 do good work."
Thank you. There we go.
We're going to take our break right now with that. It's about 8:20. We'll pick back up with you, Mr. Finnegan, in the library. There's actually some stuff you can find down there. Let's go 10-15 minutes back here around 8:30. We're going to take our break now, folks. We will return. Thank you so much for watching us. Appreciate the likes, the comments. We love all of you. See you in a few minutes.
Would you like anything from Burger King?
I'm good currently. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Anybody like anything from Burger King?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'll go down there with you.
Probably come back here in a few moments just to
I don't need-
be closed.
I don't think I have enough for anything, so.
Oh, you're not going?
No, I was just gonna go if other people needed a runner. Cause I've got like $1.70 something.
Gotcha.
Like $1 and change.
That's not a very common one, though. It's not very, like, I didn't know that.
Hey, how you doing?
What's your cluster fix?
No, they're not. They're broke.
How's everyone doing?
Oh, I see that. Yeah, I was told.
While I was watching the whiteboard,
I got 75 cents.
What's up? Here, good. No, I guess you don't. You good?
Tell me about it. Pet.
Oh, I misunderstood you. I thought you asked for change for $8.
Not alone, you guys are with me.
And here we are.
Someone in the chat was like, they left the poor guy to eat alone. And someone's like, enjoy your meal. Someone created their first character today.
Hey,
And now...
now the addiction starts.
There's always a first one. What game is this? This is our weekly D&D game. Maybe a little confusing because we've been doing it for a couple weeks, or not a couple weeks,
Couple weeks.
Couple months,
Yeah, it's been like, what, 3 or 4 months?
at least.
At least.
But yeah.
How
How does one get started in this?
Wow.
Well, I know you can go to Southern D&D's link tree and go to his Discord, and he and a lot of other great people over there will help you out.
Yes. And another way to just get started, there's like the essentials kit you can buy, which is a good starting point. But then just ask your friends if they want to give it a try. And
Google the TikTok D&D TikTok community. But yeah, his Discord is a good way to start because they could probably link you to any materials that may be cheap and or free. Because I know how hard money can be for some people.
yeah, true.
Should I be a dual? How long we play for? We play for a couple months now. Should I be a dwarf war cleric or a warforged soul knife rogue?
Both of those actually sound fun.
Yeah, I like clerics. Clerics are cool.
Yeah, clerics are actually quite versatile if you actually look into them.
Yeah.
They can be close up in fighting, they can be support.
Or cleric, trickster cleric. Okay.
Simi someone is saying, I can't find anyone to play. I live in Ireland. I know like 3 people.
Get online.
Yeah, online is again, go to his link tree, go to his Discord. You'll find some people who, a lot of people do over online nowadays.
The D&D Discord has people looking for players all the time.
Yeah, there's that too.
There's an actual channel looking for players and then looking for DMs. So
Making a dragonborn barg.
Barg.
What's a barg? What's a barg?
Probably me and a bard.
Probably meant a bard. I'm just giving them crap.
Dragonborns have +2 improvement.
Yep,
Right,
which makes
so-
them really good bards.
They are amazing paladins.
Amazing paladins, amazing bards, amazing sorcerers.
Good at
What?
anything.
Hello, I'm Tiberius Stormwind from Draconia.
Wait, what?
I'm Tiberius Stormwind. I'm from Draconia.
I'm good violence.
What
Should I
place?
speak of?
When I was rewatching, as I'm rewatching Campaign 1,
Yeah.
he's got a lot of moments that really made me laugh.
You'll
The
see-
first episode was really funny whenever he made himself look like a dwarf, and he was like, "Hello, I'm Tiberius Craghammer." Craghammer, like Johnny New York. And it
I
was,
love the whole thing with like him trying to convince Sam to give him the Yoon stone. He goes and he didn't tell him.
yeah, he did all the math.
Right. Someone should shout very loudly their favorite character's name.
Like, if anything,
Like Of what?
Of this game, Donnybrook.
Haggerty?
No,
Grim.
No,
Come on, Haggerty's great.
The tavern keeper from the Kendall.
Sapria Spring Peaks.
Yes, the one that
Sabria.
The Dying Ember, yeah.
dying in. There we go.
I don't know. I like Liala and Rasa specifically.
I like this person and
This one and this one.
They're cute. This one's got pretty eyes. This one butt is.
Jesus.
And that one just loves to get down with the thickness.
With 3 C's.
What burger? This is a Rodeo King.
We are not sponsored by Burger King.
But if
But
they,
we could be.
but if they want to,
We
No,
could be.
There was
Listen.
that fiasco.
Hell
with
yeah,
Daisy
rappers.
Purple Roll.
rappers just said
okay.
nerds. Hell yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know about this freak fiasco. So anyway,
You're
Burger
right,
King.
nerds.
You know about that?
What state? We're in
No.
Mississippi.
Oh my god.
I don't watch.
Dude.
I don't watch Critical Role. So
Sam Riegel did a one shot sponsored by Wendy's, and they
Yeah. And
like Wendy's like
people-
put out like a sponsored like rule set and
Yeah.
everything. And
Yeah.
there was such backlash against it.
I bet you this was during the time I was working for Wendy's.
Maybe
So I was already eating Wendy's anyway.
I don't know.
So-
it was bad.
We also got a question what state we're in. We're in Mississippi. I'm role playing in Conan Exiles at the moment. I just really experienced when you guys have one. What? Can you play single player, one person as the DM, one person playing a character? Yes.
I've actually done it before, yeah.
You
why
can
not?
do it. That's how I started.
All you need is a player and a DM, and you got a game.
Do whatever you want. Why not?
And there's actually books you can find on Amazon that are completely solo that you play yourself, just as a character, and it's kind of like a choose your own adventure thing.
Tom Sculpt, DM yourself. Scut? I can't pronounce his name right, but yeah, DM yourself or something.
8-6 Whoppers, but it fell my. Man, I'm surprised
Jesus.
you didn't hurt yourself. Gee, wow.
Wait, what? Hold on.
I eat 6 Whoppers back to back. How are you alive?
I applaud. Tell me where and tell me how much
Miss
you
Raven,
cost.
you'll
I
come
might
and take
do
care
it.
of Fig Pete's bacon, please. I'd appreciate that.
Yes, do please. That shit don't fly.
That does not fly, Miss Raven. If you will do the job that you do so well, please.
Thank you very much.
Much appreciated. She is great. McKenna Raven, folks, one of the best mods I've ever had on my Discord, here on my TikTok. She is awesome. Thank you.
Much thanks.
Was that
Yeah.
an homage with the mechanical bird that
The iron
landed,
rod
the iron
raptor that
bird?
Maybe.
Maybe?
maybe.
Am I saying it and you just going with it?
Ahem, admin.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. Admin. I'll allow it to be one of the most. Yeah,
I'll allow it should be one of the most used lines a DM says. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I have used that. You know what? I'll allow it.
Or, are you sure?
Yeah, are
Yes!
you sure is another big one.
Are you sure? God, I've said that so many times.
Sure. Go ahead.
As a
Count
bar-
squad cloud in the middle of the.
As a bard, the answer is always yes.
Or my favorite, the Dean asks you to roll with perception. You don't see anything. It's fine.
You smell almonds. That's it. Nothing else.
As far as you know, nothing happens. What?
Let's just be glad.
Cool.
Let's be
I'm
glad
playing
boldness
anyway.
isn't here. Jeff,
Well, what?
let's be glad boldness isn't here.
God,
That
bullshit.
Oh,
That chaotic.
actual
shit.
question.
I'll admit, I'm
Yes.
so glad he changed characters.
Is there
Did you get fries also?
I didn't.
is there any?
You did not.
Does any of the magic shops that we already know about do conversion of enchantments from one item to another?
They can. That's very expensive, and usually the original item is destroyed.
Okay,
Well, that's a shame.
that's perfectly fine.
Mercers, how do you want to do this? I think mine's what? Tell me how it happens. That was that
Yeah,
one.
you
Tell me how it happens. Is that what I say?
Yeah. Tell me how it happens, or how do you do this?
Yeah.
You kind of do the.
Which I mean, like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's only so
So
many
many ways you can
phrase
say
that. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not like, oh, you're taking this. It's like, no, you just so happen to say the same thing. I mean, like, there's really,
Right.
there's only, like I said, only very few ways you
Yeah.
can say.
It's like if you notice there in that fight, I kind of took over and said, "This is how it happened." Like,
But Johnny, he doesn't even have chocolate shake.
dip the fries in his chocolate. Only true Wendy's fans knows what he's talking about. Wendy's fans.
But,
Randy's
Or
friend.
someone who worked there.
Words are hard. Words are hard. John was poof. Yeah. Oh no.
Bounced out.
Bounced out.
The trash can's full, eh?
Yeah. No, see, here's the thing. You hit. That's all that matters is you hit it.
That's right. Game recognized game.
5th edition? Yes, it is.
Yes, 5e.
Now we're playing 6th edition.
Actually,
We're
the,
playing 7th edition.
the rumor is by the end of this year we will see basically a type of 5.5. He's going to go back through and fix some of the things that 5e kind of didn't get right and streamline a few things. So I'm very happy about.
Okay. Interesting. Any Dungeons and Dragons, more Dungeon players. Yes.
Well, never mind, that's a discussion for another day.
I once played COD of Call of Duty. Call of
Modern
Duty.
Warfare 2 over 15 hours straight. Jesus, Joe. I mean, look, I can't say much. When Halo Reach first came out when I was in college, I got it midnight release event. Thankfully, there was no class the next day. I basically did not leave my room for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Who is missing? We're missing
Missing Elrond
Elrond
and Finnegan.
They went down to Burger King.
Funky Dirt currently trying to get back.
Try harder.
Whatever happened to the blue butterfly that vanished?
Though that
Well,
was a signal. That was a way for
Yeah.
Lady Sonali up top to tell them to basically go all is clear, leave.
Is this the boys' council? Well, maybe the boys.
With the boys.
We today we have gathered here today to discuss how to defeat the Batman.
Cool. We're the rogues gallery. Sweet.
We kill the Batman.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
I have not.
I have yet to see that.
Order
movie.
some pizza.
I need to.
Most of us already eaten though, but that's something we do occasionally. I can order pizza and stuff.
People want to send us pizza.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes,
Free food!
That is something that I do. The person as a dungeon master, I love to have all my players at the same level. I don't understand this need for, well, your character died. When you come back at level 1, they're level 15. There is so much power vacuum there. I just say go ahead, bring in at the current level. That way you're kind of on par and you can do things and help out.
right. And we are all currently level 8.
Some multi-class, some not.
Some multi-class, some not.
Player level 8, various
But player level 8.
various class levels.
Would you allow like multi-class? Is that a thing?
Multi-class 8.
Rules as written, you can do it.
Yeah.
I would caution against it. Look, I'll admit I am a person that I rarely multi-class. If I know for a fact that there's a long game going to level 20, I will ride Paladin. I mean, I will ride the class I play all the way to Capstone.
And, you know,
I will
It
play
was-
absurd and but
Oh, God, no.
every
it
class.
was an amazing character thing during the last episode of Critical Role for Vax to take one level in Druid.
Yeah,
That would have been interesting. Yeah.
Well, he did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, like he
Just so he could do the druid
was
crap,
rogue,
yeah.
And then he went to Paladin, and then on the last one, right before the Raven Queen took him, they leveled up from 19 to 20,
Well, way to spoil it.
and that happened.
Yeah, I know.
7 years.
7
Critical
years
Role
spoiler.
next week is their 7-year anniversary.
Why no ships today? Because we got off the ship.
Yeah, they're.
We're still on a ship, the friendship.
I'm going to take a D20 of psychic damage from that as the dungeon master.
Hey, we can play now.
All right.
The power of friendship and anime.
It's God in anime.
Nope, it's friendship today because we're trying to fight God.
And friendship is magic.
A tight.
I can
It's
give you
tight.
all of God's weaknesses, just I mean,
I just
what?
want to know, does God have any valuables on his?
Just saying.
Question, how hot is God?
Well, I don't know. I think I'm about at least.
Let's say 7 to an 8 at least.
The beard helps.
Yeah, it does.
I kiss God.
No, Montel.
Okay, Judas.
God kisses you. All right.
Zesty.
So,
I'm surrounded by
what time you
food.
got, Seth?
I'm sorry.
8:36.
All right. Well, as we
Spicy.
we'll kind of like start as we begin back into the story.
What are the classes? Is the last question that.
That's fair. We can go
Yeah.
ahead. We can go ahead and.
For people who didn't get to join us.
People weren't here at the very beginning. Just go ahead and give a quick rundown. Character name and class. Start on this side.
Robindel, Tiefling Rogue.
Montel, human, 5 levels in Bard, 3 in Rogue.
Elrond, Drow Cleric.
Grim, barbarian half orc.
Rakara. Divine Soul Sorcerer 5, Fighter 3.
Finnegan, Tenderfoot, Halfling Wizard of Fireballing.
Dungeon Master. Class is God.
That's why we're trying to kiss God.
32.
32.
I knew I'd get you with that one too.
We're going to kidnap the Crow. Yeah, anybody remember there was that weird plan a few years ago to kidnap Russell Crowe?
No.
What?
Look, it's in the same vein as like the Storm Area 51 and all
Yeah,
those
yeah.
others
See,
stupid ideas.
No, see, here's the thing. The Storm Area 51 turned into something actually funny because they went and they right outside the gate, or like outside of the area of it, they had a barbecue.
Yeah,
So
sure.
like, at least that turned into something funny.
And you got to
It was
see
our
a guy in
distraction.
Naruto run.
That is not nearly what I thought this would be.
That is so small.
Oh, their portion sizes have gone down.
That's
immensely.
the melt whopper.
What is this? England?
The fuck is this?
Okay. So, as we
Sponsoring us next week.
come
Yeah,
back.
Unless.
What the hell?
All right. So, as we now come back into the story, Finnegan, I believe we left off with you. What was your government investigation for the library itself?
Okay.
For 25.
25.
Okay.
Roll me an Arcana check, please.
19.
19. As you step in, there are several things that kind of like you pick up with your arcane senses. Like you see several of the tomes look to be different treatises on different magical things. There is a light magical aura over everything. It's kind of like something that's normally just kind of like to protect and keep dust and stuff from settling on everything. But as you're moving around, as you're moving through, you pass in front of this large painting. It's of a kind of like a forest setting. The perspective is kind of like an upward angle looking down, and this forest reaching out all the way to the horizon. In the center, this massive tree growing up, probably is at least a mile above the rest of this canopy forest. This reaching up and spreading out, this beautiful tree, very kind of almost like a golden amber color to its trunk. The leaves of the canopy, very, very like thick and full. But it's the fact that the other trees, you kind of like gauging on like the different natural landmarks, so to speak, like rocks and such. You get a sense that this tree maybe is at least half a mile tall. Just reaching up above this massive forest, hundreds of feet.
In the painting.
In the painting.
Now, real quick, I do have advantage on Arcana checks to identify magic items. So, would I roll with advantage in this particular case? or
You
no?
would, yes.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay, so that's going to make it a 23.
23. This is a scrying glass. This painting is a camouflage scrying glass. And on 23, it is set to scry to a specific point. You can see the magic within the frame, carved at first to look like just various designs, but your eyes picking up the runes and the geometric shapes that direct the flow of magic.
Anybody around?
Currently, no.
And activate it.
Roll me a hell of an Arcana check, sir.
Hell of an Arcana check.
Oh, that is not that. Do I get advantage on it?
You know what? Sure, I'll give you advantage. on the roll, yeah.
Does he get advantage on that?
Okay, can I use inspiration on it?
Yes, you can use inspiration.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I
Don't
rolled
do it.
a natural one the first time. Actually, my halfling.
Halfling trait, yeah, yeah.
All right, so we'll say that was.
That was the high roll was a disadvantage. So go
Okay,
ahead.
so 24.
All right.
It took 3 separate rolls, but we got there, people.
That was right.
As
I have
That
a
was
plus
rough.
9.
as you reach up, this painting about 3, maybe 4 feet off the ground. The room you're in, a good 15, 20 feet to the ceiling, massive vaulted ceiling.
All right, I would have dragged a chair.
Yeah. large bay windows, a beautiful oak desk and chair. As you're just kind of tracing along it, kind of experimentally like allowing a little bit of your magic to go okay, maybe there. You finally see the entire painting itself suddenly shift and begin to swirl as the colors move around. As you step back, it looks like a shadowy figure kind of walking out as this is turning and moving. And you hear an unfamiliar voice in what languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, Halfling, Thieves' Cant.
Elvish. You hear, Lord Norano, have you returned early, sir? As the figure is getting closer, before finally appearing as this elven male, looks to be in his latter 40s, so to speak, maybe latter 50s. Piercing platinum blonde hair, deep amber eyes, sitting underneath a crown of mithril and emerald.
I'll shut it off.
All right.
Hi, I called you just to hang up. Wrong number.
Wrong number!
It's your fridge running. You better go get it. Better get that prankster.
All right. Cool. So while that was happening, everybody is upstairs the 4-year upstairs with Leia. Again, seeing this young elven girl with platinum-colored hair, deep amber eyes, just looking around us.
He saw the amber.
He saw the amber eyes, yes.
What's the? She's not a captain. She's a tutor. What's
The tutor, Lady Sonali.
Sonali? What's she doing?
She is just kind of standing there smiling, watching as she just looks at the 4 of you and goes, when you have a moment, I will speak to the 4 of you. I will speak to your entire company in the library downstairs.
I was gonna ask to speak to you anyway. So
Very well.
Are there any like large windows in this room?
Actually, yeah, the curtains have been pulled tight, but
You
there
want
would
to
be
jump out of another one?
To be fair, you jumped out of the one with where the back in Port Blaven after the corpse bag. But yeah,
I was looking for an item. I was looking for.
and then you had the cow in the bag. Yeah, the curtains have been pulled shut. But yeah, these are like large bay style windows.
Montel like peeks behind the window. Is doing he's still just surveying,
Roll perception.
he's still doing his normal testing in his
Gotcha.
mind how he would do stuff. 16.
16. Nothing really catches your eye.
How is this window locked? Is it a normal latch that's like in the middle of the window, or?
It is. It's like the normal latch that kind of the way it looks like is it kind of lifts up and sets out as a locking mechanism.
Okay. That's something like.
Yeah, it's not like there's a normal little hook lock. No.
Yeah.
cool. Just for flavor, stupid question. Since it's a female child's room, is everything pink?
Kind of more like gold,
Sexist.
Wow.
She's an elf. It's all green. No.
I have never known anything speaking her language. So.
Texas racist.
She likes me.
There is a plethora of pretty things. Yes. We'll put it to you that way. There's a plethora of pretty things. So while this
She
is
has a
happening,
Justin Schleiber. Poster on the wall.
this bar from the land of Canada. What's up?
And as Montel is, is following by, he does listen in to see if there is anything any of the people who is talking to her says that might be out of the ordinary.
I'll let you know that.
Okay.
Nothing. Okay, so before we begin to walk down, Finnegan, you hear the sound of footsteps downstairs. Robin knows you stepped out of the grand dining hall to see your compatriots, and the lady Sonali has stepped out on their landing up top. What do you do?
Oh, I would have just, well, after talking with the servant, I would have kind of just been kind of quietly walking around, just surveying the area, just getting a sense of the place. Not necessarily looking for anything specific, but just kind of...
You're not casing the place. Got it.
Yeah.
He's not, but he is.
I'm not, but I am.
Roll me an investigation.
God.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay.
All right, cool. You
All
know
right.
where the bodies are buried.
So as you're
They're
walking,
casing the place in very
as you're walking
different
in the
ways.
hall back toward where the large foyer was, the entryway, the paintings along the wall, masterpieces, valuable beyond beyond anything that you could probably move easily. There are marble statues, ancient armor sets. This is very much the house of, you get a sense of old wealth, of very old money. But there's something very odd that you pick up. Beside the massive, grand masterpiece painting, is a small hand-drawn painting put in a frame right next to it. All the armor looks to be repaired, or have been repaired and around like the knees and lower, as though some small figure using them to practice dueling against, hitting them with a broomstick handle or something. The banister of the stair, very worn and faded, has been touched up recently as though a cloth body has slid down it multiple times. Though around you this house is one of status, of nobility, there's also the feeling that whoever these people are, they love their family. They care more about that. They care more about the child and their happiness than these paltry baubles. And there's also a solid mithril statue on the wall over there worth about 10,000 gold.
Oh, how sweet, buddy.
Again, just kind of keeping mental notes of everything, and then after that, I just want to kind of rejoin the group. Not in the sense of hello there, I'm there. It's like they're just like talking to the person,
You've
and then they
always
look
been
to the
there.
left, and it's like, what the? You were just there. So,
Hermione with the time twister.
yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Or time tumbler. Gotcha.
yeah. Just very much a body.
Okay. So while this is happening, Finnegan, are you staying inside the library as you hear voices and footsteps coming down the stairwell?
Are there any paintings of the family?
Actually, yes. Right behind his chair, you have the two large bay windows. There's a area about maybe 6 foot across. There is a beautiful, like old style portrait of this very. He's trying to be stern, but there's a small smirk across his face, as this elven man is kind of standing there, hands on a chair. A beautiful elven woman, her hair a platinum color, and you do notice a light bit of like that amber color to her eyes as well. And in her lap is a girl looks to be 5 to 6 years of age, holding a overstuffed teddy bear. The mother giving kind of a weird look, the look of like, just it's fine kind of look. The daughter just sitting there, big bright smile holding the teddy bear. And the father just kind of standing there like,
I'm not allowed to laugh, I'm not allowed to laugh, I'm not allowed to laugh.
So definitely similarities between the looks of the daughter
And the mother,
and
and
the
the
mother.
styles of the hair color and the eye color, yes. The father, the man you assume to be Lord Athos, let me see what he looks like. More of a, almost like a kind of a raven black hair, dark brown eyes.
Does he appear to be about the same age as the man that I saw in the scrying glass? The scrying mirror?
Similar in age, maybe what would be within a few years, a few decades of each other. Similar in age, yeah.
Okay. On the desk,
Okay.
I'm assuming there's a desk.
Oh, it's very large, kind of like a not a straight half circle, but kind of a just kind of like rounds out a little bit, but very large desk.
Are there any? Is there anything on the desk?
Actually, yes, there's a looks to be like several like pewter quill sets, ink, ink pots, paper. Roll investigation though. I see what you're getting at.
Then against the jackpot.
Turned out to be in all the wrong places.
23.
23. You find not on the desk, but underneath it, as though it had been meant to be thrown away and was discarded, the remnants of a half-burned note. The letter saying.
I won't even read it yet. I'm just going to
Okay,
pick
kind
it
of.
up. And
It's like
grab
kind
it.
of like it's like it's been half burned. You fold it and
Yep.
stick it away. Okay. And it's at this point that you hear the door beginning to open to the library. You want to hide or anything, or
No, I'm just gonna walk over to some bookshelves.
as he goes. But yes. Oh, I forgive me. I didn't realize you were in here, so I didn't mean to leave you alone.
Oh no, it's okay. I work at the library, the lexicon service.
Oh, of course. There
I'm
are
a book nerd.
as
Yeah.
you.
Of course, sir.
You watch as Lady Sonali leads all of you in. She goes, please, and there are several chairs, couches. It's a very lush, very large personal study / library.
I'd like to go lay on the couch.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little like a chaise, like a training couch type style. You just kind of
I'm
lay
gonna
out.
sit in the chair next to it with a notebook.
It all began
As,
with my father,
as you
who is a dragon boy.
Metal Link, still anything yet?
What the fuck?
all right. So as Lady Sonali has walked over to a standing cabinet. As she opens it up, you see a few bottles of different colored wines. Takes down 7 glasses on a tray. Pours about half in each one, and walks over and begins to kind of hand them out to each of you.
Montel hands his to Grim, as is tradition at this point,
She
Pours the half into the glass, making a full glass.
and then takes back the glass.
How does that? How do I get on the right?
you watch. She raises her to home.
Duo.
Shot glass.
It is a very good wine. She just kind of sits in a different chair and goes, so how much do the 6 of you know?
How much do you know?
Don't mind him. Benny.
Just don't listen to
What?
Enough to
I
be
bet she does not
helpful
know about this
currently.
This child, her hair sets off something in my Dragonborn line that's
The platinum hair, I assume you saw her eyes as well?
Yeah, the
sure.
bright amber, yeah. Very pretty eyes.
You see her look, and she kind of turns and looks to the painting, and she points. You see her mother had the same countenance to her, not as prevalent as is in Lady Leia, but Lady Leia, excuse me. But the platinum hair and the amber eyes are a mark of noble blood, a blessing of Elwyn, the world tree. It is said that the more prevalent the blessing in the person, the more their permission, their anointment to rule is. Unfortunately, the current sitting king does not have any heir apparent. He and his wife unable to have any children these many decades. But King Alaroth, well beloved by the people, and is a distant relative of the former lady and the young miss. There is talk now, since it does not look like that any heir will be born from the king and queen, that they were to look to the noble houses to find their next heir apparent. And for obvious reasons, Leah's name came up. I believe this is the reason and the cause for the abduction of her and her mother as they were journeying in Wildweir.
The cause for them to be abducted, to be the next heir, or for them to be removed and the next person after them to be?
A bit of both, with the apparent heir to the throne in their capture, the ransom, the hostage, the blackmail ability would be immense. There are several others who also bear the blessing of the World Tree. The one that stands out in my mind, though, is House Lindahl. Lyndal, Lindahl. Lord Lindahl is a known political, I guess, opponent of Lord Nuranel, believing that we should have a more, shall we say, proactive role in this world. It is his son that he believes holds a rightful claim to the throne and has been shown to have the blessing.
What's his son's name?
Not gotten that far yet in the story. His son is named Riordan. Riorden, Riordan.
You may not know, sorry if I'm jumping ahead of anybody.
That's fine.
You may not know this question, we have to go to other people. Does this other lord have any connections to Port Laven? Any councilmen over there that you may know of?
None that I am aware of, no. So I tend mainly to my lord's house and his affairs.
As this conversation is going on, Montel just sends a message to Finnegan. Is this room protected from people magically listening?
Oh, yeah. As soon as you shut that door, sanctuary, silence, this room is sealed.
Ain't nobody getting in or out unless they want to.
That's all Montel cared.
Miss, how much do we trust this lady, do we know?
Not at all for now.
Just met her.
I don't know. Wait, is that like a psychic thing?
Sure.
Oh, fuck.
Sure, I'll throw that out to everybody. Oh, and, when
We
is-
just met her and we just delivered a very important package right to her lap, so.
yes. When is the master of the house returning?
Lord Nuranel should be returning in the hour. There was a meeting of the High Council with the king today.
Oh, well, I'll save my other questions for him that, if you don't mind.
No problem.
The king,
Yes, King Phelan Alaroth. He has ruled Illve Thelas for going on well over 400 years. Well beloved of the people, a generous ruler, a very kind ruler. Unfortunately, it is sad that he and his wife could not have any children of their own. I guess in a way, they treat every member of this island as their own family.
Is that common thing for elves to not be able
It
to have
is
children?
not
or-
unheard of because of our long lives. It is very rare for any elven family to have more than 2 children. It is not uncommon for elves to have no children, unfortunately.
But you like the king.
I do. I think a lot of King Elroth. He was the one who put the real push behind us, leaving the old ways of isolation, of almost a xenophobic style of life. He is the one who has opened the port to trade with other races, other lands. King Elroth is a man who, if many of the other rulers of this world would act like him and emulate his abilities and his ideas, I believe Faeterra would unite as a beautiful place for all of us to live.
Sounds like a very inspiring gentleman. I would like very much to meet him.
Well, you have done something today that could very much garner his attention.
How exciting.
No.
Really?
Just what we need is you and the king's court.
What the
Somebody-
fuck
Why
was
not
that?
him? He looks fine.
What have I done? I have done.
This is well.
This is a conversation that we need to have later because I have done nothing to garner such insults. I apologize for my friend. He's had a very stressful ride over here.
I was made aware of the incident with the mercenaries. Thankfully, I had a more secure way of getting back. By the way, Captain Eleanor is currently at the dock. She said, should you wish, she could take you back to Port Blaven. She does need to leave in the next few days, though. But on behalf of House Norinel, I am offering you board, food, and lodgings here, should you wish it. The city of Ilmaria is a lovely place with many beautiful sights to see. And should you have the time, I very much recommend that you see them.
That is such a gracious.
I've never been in
Thank
high
you so
society before. How do I behave?
Be yourself.
Not like him.
Excuse me.
How
What-
deep in thought does
what-
Finnegan look right now?
Why do you look like you got past a stone?
Do you know why the mother and daughter were kidnapped to begin with?
Again, I believe it is the fact that both hold noble blood within their veins. And so maybe they were seen as potential opponents or unfortunately stepping stones in someone's political game. There is a rumor of a conspiracy within the court, though the king in his good nature does not believe it. But there are whispers of almost of an overthrow, of a coup in some way.
Really?
Yes.
And what made this rumor start happening?
They have persisted since the young king, since he was a young king and began pushing to a more open and free Ilmaria trading with the rest of the world, accepting of all races, of all peoples.
So there
Sad-
are houses that would be against all that.
Thankfully, the ones who would push very hard have either had a change of heart or a change of head. Many of those have passed on into the afterlife, and their replacements fall more in line with the king. Currently, there are only 3 houses I could think of who would still show some reluctance to the new king's ideas.
Is this second in line house?
House Fidel is one of them, yes.
Yes, I was.
Well, ain't that nice?
The other 2 are House Jaeger and House Zoris.
House.
Jaeger is spelled Jaggare. House Jaeger. And Zoris is Zoris.
Source. Scene of boobs.
Thankfully, of the 7 members of the High Council, the other 4 are very much for the king's more progressive views.
Okay.
But these 3 houses still hold some sort of
Of
sway and power.
well, they do hold political power as any member of the High Council does, but these 3 have shown the most reluctance. House Liddell more than any of them.
And you said they have a son that has the shiny hair and the shiny eyes.
Plus the light in.
That's wild.
That's probably what it is, because my brain made the same connection.
All right. So how old is this
Oh,
son?
it's Liy''Del, Liddell. House Liddell. Say again?
How old is this son that has the shiny hair and the shiny eyes?
Lord, you mean the young Lord Reardon?
Yeah.
He is just approaching his 100th year, so he's coming of age.
So he is older than
Yeah.
He'd be,
the Tigro.
Yes.
they would accept him straight away as king then.
That's the thing.
The
It's not
queen.
based on age. It is based on the blessing.
No.
There is still the belief that the blessing of the life tree, of the world tree, will give you something more. If forbid something were to happen to the king or queen, and no other appropriate challengers were found, young Mistress Leia would be put in a position to rule when she became of age. But then, until that point, the High Council would take stewardship of the throne, and the 7 of them would de facto rule by the books underneath the will of the young mistress.
Nope, he would not be smart enough to come up with that suggestion.
However, there is the thought that because she is still so young, that these other 3 households would believe that her father would hold some influence over her, and therefore would be the de facto king. Personally, I could think of worse options for my country.
Well, obviously.
Seem a bit biased, but that's perfectly understandable.
Is it common knowledge that the king would look to this child as the heiress?
Each member of the noble house does have what you would call a candidate for the throne. And yes, because the verification of the blood in her being more than her mother, she would be the proper candidate from House Nuranab.
Are you asking how, is it common knowledge outside of Illve Thelas that this child is heiress?
Like,
I'll say that
both
out loud.
within the politics of
The
country here and elsewhere.
The names, especially of the young ones who do bear the blessing, there is a secrecy to them, yes. Less so much of who they are, more of what they stand for. To any outsider, she would just be a young elf girl with platinum hair and amber eyes. I'm sure with people leaving our shores and visitors, there may be some in this world who have some inkling about that. But it's those who would use that information against my city and would seek to harm an innocent young girl. Those are the ones I'm concerned about the most. So this time you hear the front door open, slamming quickly behind it as a male voice. Where is she? Leah, where are you? You hear Papa. You hear the door slam open upstairs. The sound of running feet, and then just audible, joyful crying and gasps as you step out the door opening to see the elven male from the painting. Raven black hair, now sparkled with a little bit of white and gray. The dark brown eyes as he's holding his daughter, just crying and sobbing as he's holding her, twirling with her, not caring who sees, not caring who's here. This is just a father with his daughter. So he just kind of sets her down, just holds her and smiles. And slowly stands from me and looks, goes, You six, tell Captain Eleanor I owe her so much more than I could ever hope to repay. And you six, I thank you. I understand there was some issue on the way back with her. Thank you for protecting the only true treasure I have. Thank you.
It was nothing.
Of course.
It was only natural.
I'll send a mental link to him. Don't take that literally.
What?
He can't repay. Don't take that literally.
You see him in the background doing this.
He's growing a conscience against his will.
That's great.
Rikara is his Jiminy Cricket.
He just doesn't
You-
know it.
We
I
have
think my
conscience.
telepathic
haven't
mind would be the same voice as me, so he would hear Ricardo's voice.
That doesn't mean he knows you're actually talking to him.
Hey, Ruffindale, this is your conscience. We haven't spoken in a while.
So as you're sitting there, you see Lady Sonali step out. She steps up, my lord. Goes, Sonali, thank you for saying this. Because I simply asked some favors, my lord. Everything that happened from the point where I wrote that initial letter came from a friend, and now from 6 heroes. He just kind of smiles and goes, Leah, if you would like to, you must be starving, my child. If you would like to go to the kitchen, tell the cook I said to give you whatever you want. This is your first night home, and you just whatever you want to have. She goes, ice cream! Just like takes off running as fast as she can. She goes,
Ice cream?
I will.
Wait a second.
Wait, you two go running off after?
No.
It's not a little might be kind of what happened anyway.
No.
So as you watch this lady tell I will make sure she doesn't get a stomachache, sir. She goes, let her, she's a child. And you watch as he runs off. Just kind of laughs and turns to the 6 of you. His face now becoming more and more weary, and just kind of, may we return to my office, please?
This is my
We do
room.
a little bit.
Yes. So he walks in. Okay. Walks past the painting on a natural 1. No effect. All right. Not noticing anything. She goes, just kind of sits down in the chair. So who are you? He just kind of wearily chuckles. And
We're
Dear
the,
man,
we're the natural ones.
the natural 1.
The natural.
as you
Yeah.
said,
Natural.
natural.
Naturally.
We are the one.
I understand the need for pseudonyms and such, but no, I would like to know the names of the men, of the heroes who have restored a father's heart. Who are you?
You go first. You're the fancy
Of
talker.
course. Sir, my name is Brafende, and you are. It is my pleasure.
This kind of chuckles. I am Athos Nuranel, and I am your humble servant, sir. Thank you. Looks now to you, Montel.
I'm Montel. That's all I go by, sir.
I understand.
No, Rond. Just kind of keeps.
Would that name mean anything to him?
No, because
Okay.
this is not Hero's real name either.
Gotcha. Okay.
No, Ron Jackson from high school.
Just kind of nods to you.
Grimwald Grizzlebrand, but you can just call me Grim.
Sir Grim.
Ricard, servant of the Platinum Dragon.
Cara.
Finnegan Tenderfoot of the Lexicon Series.
Our party is pseudonym
Finnegan.
under pseudonym under real name.
You have made a friend beyond measure today with me, my sirs. I'm only sorry that my beloved Juliana could not be with her, but
Inside check.
roll.
Damn.
We're very untrusting.
We are paranoid, some of us.
It is so
Somebody
horrible
try to
what
take this
happened
girl
to
from
it.
us twice.
9.
May I pass him an inspiration?
He's got the number of his own.
Yeah, I still have like 3.
Oh,
Yeah. His inspiration.
No, I'm good.
His heart is visibly breaking. He speaks the truth when whatever he says. This is.
Have you let us know that you don't trust him?
I don't know that I don't trust him.
Oh.
I know that there's a lot of shit going on.
Because there's,
Of course that is.
there's things we can do if you let us know you don't trust him.
It is a horrible thing that occurred, sir. My deepest condolences.
Finnegan in his head is trying to piece together what literally everything that's happened over the past 2 weeks means.
It's all
Gotcha.
How?
And it's a lot. And he's used to hanging out in a fucking library.
Again, we cut back to the of him. You think back to in Rimbor's dungeon, the stick underneath the brazier. Just I had a desk, I had books, and now I'm here fighting goddamn demons. Just pushing.
Wait. But if you take that organization's name and you put that there and add the 1 and the 2,
Put it through a second.
a name, Reed.
Damn it! You figured it out. Well, guys, the game's over. Let's go.
No, we still have to find Reed to kill him.
He can't be killed. He's a god.
You fool! All right.
So, what was this guy's? I told him.
Athos. Lord Athos.
I know you've been through a lot.
Yes, I know. I'm in theater, not sports.
To cut to the chase and the heart of everything, what does the name by sword mean to you?
Jumping right into it, are we?
Yeah.
It's the primordial titan of darkness. Supposedly, according to the story of creation, he stood with the god Kedar at the battle of all things. And were it not for the silver mount crashing into the ancient continent.
Platinum? No. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's fucking silver.
He just kind of smiles.
It's shiny. Get over
This
it.
guy nods and goes, the massive meteorite slamming into the continent. Creation as we know it may not have as we know it may not have existed.
Sir, are you okay?
He's having a stroke.
Get him, damn it!
I smell toast. No. Creation as we know
Fix
it
him.
may not have
Fix him.
existed.
I love how he looks the one person that would burn him and not.
Sir,
I got nothing.
I can
Guys,
cauterize a
guys,
wound.
yeah.
we traveled to Illve Thelas on that sky ship carrying an item we thought would be world-ending. We did not know your doctor was on such a precious cargo as well. I'll pass him the note we got from Rimbar. I don't need to read it over.
No, I just mean double check the word again.
The final bits about the items from Illve Thelas. I believe, maybe some of my party members believe that one of the particular items is your child.
Just a small.
I had found that other letter on the Sky Claw guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That guy.
Of course.
And I don't remember everything that was on it, but since I have the letter, I would show that to him as well. There was initials
Yes.
on it, AZ.
AZ.
I actually have that written.
And who came up with that name? Didn't we?
Zithlorin?
Zathorian.
Zathorian.
Because I remember because we had to do an
Yeah,
missile
because
check
it's
for the name.
also on this
Yeah.
letter.
We're supposed to go to Arizona.
All right. So,
Let's go.
base 19. He's looking over and he goes. Nice.
I love you too.
See, very doesn't make you make the roll. Very obviously, a look of concern and consternation comes across his face. He's just. I have. Does he trust you, Six?
How
know.
dare you doubt the integrity of a man whose muscles can do this? I can't do that.
Have you seen my beach ball?
I know why my family was taken. I know why my wife died. All for a damned legend. Why she just starts tears. Why Soren lays imprisoned beneath the roots of the world. The silver key acting to hold him in his wooden bars. Let not the blood of Elwyn be spilt upon the key, for darkness may take us all. A damned prophecy nearly as old as I am.
What's key? What's
The prophecy is believed to speak about the meteorite, the mountain that holds him.
Mhm.
There is a thought that because the power of the gods summoned it, the power of the gods could break it. And if you believe the literal translations of our writings and of our religion, the blood that flowed through my wife and through my daughter's veins is the literal blood of Elwyn, the life tree. Instead of some blessing given to them by some force, as what it is, they are not. Damned prophecy. Stupid, huh?
Sir, no, I better not.
It's all right. It's fine. It's fine.
No, I better not.
It's all right. It's fine. It's fine.
Give it.
I'll pull out the ring box and put it in front of them. And I dare not open it. But you stay over there.
What? I'm not doing anything.
What is that?
It came from the body of Faeterra itself. A piece of him, a piece of the soul, passed through generations from a mad wizard stolen by a dwarf. And now it has come to us. And we seek to destroy it, hide it, and get rid of it.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
And why show you it to me?
You were a part of this somehow. You, your family. To show you that this...
I don't wish to be a part of it. I do not wish to be a part of this damn country. I just want to take my daughter and let us live. I don't care if she is the next goddamn for the throne. It's just... She's all I have left. I will cede every ounce of power I had if the king would. That is why I was there today, to turn over my authority. We would leave the... Lydell can have it. I don't want... I just...
Oh,
Wait a minute.
wait, you got some.
I went to His Majesty today and called for a council meeting for them to accept my resignation as a member of the Noble Council.
You can do that.
Yeah, but that would put council at deadlock.
6.
That would put 3 and 3.
No tiebreaker.
The king is the tiebreaker.
Not if the king is dead after the next heir is taken and killed, or the next in line takes control after that.
Fuck.
You don't step down.
Montel over the mine link, just trying to put things together. To Riccardo specifically says, isn't that ring part of the mountain that is supposed to be holding Visoran?
Have you read that letter you found yet?
I'm not.
This ring is a piece of Faeterra himself that supposedly contains a piece of his soul.
The ring itself is a piece of the silver mount, that platinum meteorite. It is what is bound within it is the piece of Faeterra.
Now, what was the? There were two rings.
There was the actual ring.
I have the other ring.
They made a fake ring basically as a what's the word? As a bait and switch kind of thing.
With us knowing that some of these
It has a magical aura to it.
could
It is made of pure platinum, but the aura just goes, hey, I'm magical kind of thing.
Okay.
If
A decoy, that's
her
what
blood was
decoy.
spilled on him.
Patsy.
He's basically just telling you, like, you know,
It's,
we should keep this apart. Is basically all he's throwing out there.
yeah, I agree with you.
My lord, you should speak with the king immediately and rescind your.
It was not accepted. It was voted 3-4, 3 against. King Elroth stepped in and voted in the nay, and so my session was not accepted.
Also, I'm gonna ask of something. Y'all handed him the letter that was sent to the claws that said to collect the items, right? Do you have any writs, letters, statements from that house? Vidal.
House Idell?
You two, good with eyes.
See, begins to look here.
What do you need?
See if the handwriting's match.
Probably not.
Okay.
Lord Lydell and myself, we are not on the best of terms politically. We don't really ever.
Even a signature on a writ of any kind, even if it's not a letter to you, anything that would have his signature, his handwriting, anything.
Finnegan's gonna walk over to one of the bookshelves and look
Okay.
like he's just kind of looking around,
All right.
and then he's gonna.
Roll me an investigation check, because the letter is kind of burnt and flame damaged in a few places.
Did this name mean anything to him?
To him, no. He just like
Where
does
where
not.
did this letter come from again?
This came from the Faeterra person.
Was this one of the ones
That's
from
a
the people
16.
on
This
the
was
ship?
to Rimbor.
Rimbor, okay.
What you're able to
I'm trying
glean,
make sure we keep
as you're a lot of it's faded, but you're able to kind of you get a sense it said, "We have them. The proof is in the envelope. Should you wish to see them again, step down. You're not needed. No harm will befall them. You have 1 month. AZ."
Is there a date on it?
Yes, actually, there is a date, roughly about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
About the same time where the whole.
Keep looking around for a second.
I was gonna say, technically, if he sees that and he's seen the other letter, would he be able to, without like literally handing
Yeah,
it
but
in?
those handwritings match, yes. And it also would match the letter that Rimbor had as well. The letter was also written by Faeterra.
Do you have anything else I haven't understood?
I've got an idea, but I'm gonna make myself roll to see if I would come up with this
Okay.
in an odd way.
Sir,
That's an outline.
we came
Because of this.
to Illve Thelas specifically
yeah.
to take care of
Same
this
thought
ring.
process.
I was gonna ask it.
Why would you bring it here?
Bahamut told me to.
Did Bahamut tell you specifically to speak to?
The gods aren't that specific, sir. I think you know that.
Of course they aren't.
There are one of two
Listen to the
places
divine
that
people.
people may want to take them to. You have the Verdant Society, which is a gathering of mages that call themselves researchers and scribes and historians.
Call themselves.
It's more of a fraternal. They're a bunch of old fools seeking the old magics. But then there is the Tree of Tales. It sits far to the north within the Elden Forest. Though I caution that very much, as that forest has grown very dark as of late. another point of our meeting earlier was to try to figure out what to do. We just don't want to march soldiers in through there. We dare not. For you see, as he points to the painting, the Tree of Tales is supposedly a branch of the World Tree herself, given to the first High King of Illve Thelas, planted within the Elden Forest, named for the first elf, King Eldan. Within it is a society known as the Watchers. That is quite possibly the oldest, no offense, oldest rectory of knowledge, of writing, of information in the world.
There's a very small tree.
Very much so.
That seems like that would be the first place
Sorry,
for us
the
to
keepers,
go.
not just the keepers, not the Watchers, the keepers.
You said dark. I like the idea.
No.
Some taken.
You say that or not? You say these things and you say.
I speak my mind.
They are.
Who voted in favor of you stepping down?
House Lydell, Lord Lydell, Lord Ygir, Lord Zoris.
The assholes. The assholes.
This kind of chuckles. The assholes, yes.
And the one to, if you had to choose one that had the most to gain from you stepping down.
House Lydell.
Of course.
Okay. So
I enjoy a particular friendship with King Elroth as we both grew up together. We went to the academy together, we served in the army together. Lord Lydell's father, when he passed away, believed that he himself would take the favored position as his father had done to the former king. At his coronation, when Elroth named to be his seneschal, basically, his most closest advisor, that was when the animosity between myself and myself and Lord Brethren began. Yes. By the way, I don't know what his first name is. Brethren, Betherin, Brethren Lydell.
I don't.
And who are the heads of the other two houses that voted for you stepping down?
The three that want to return to the old ways.
No, I know. I want the names of the heads of the houses.
What's their name?
Okay.
We're getting names or we're getting heads?
Both?
We can get heads.
Which would you prefer? I would get them.
One of these names, I want you to be calm about, okay?
Okay. Okay. In my defense, I have no idea what he means by this yet.
Okay.
So we'll see.
There's House Mazarin, Mayz apostrophe Rin, Mazarin. House Ilion, Illyon, Ilion.
I need to watch. I need to watch his handwriting.
House Melithor.
What you got, chat? Which state?
No. Okay.
Is it Melithor the god that you worship?
That's Mormon car.
Not Mormon.
That's Mormon. He's a Mormon.
You run on a pipe.
Mini wives.
It's Elder Elder. It's Elder Elder.
So yeah, the houses are Lydell, Ygir, Zoris, Nuranel, Melithor, Ilion, and Mazarin. Our game? Can Melithor ring a bell to you?
I'm well aware who it was. You said not to react.
Okay.
Inside.
All right.
Inside, that dice isn't next to me anymore.
So, as those are, along with those 6 like myself, we make up the High Council. I have been declared the trusted advisor to King Elton.
Right, so what's our next plan of action?
All in favor going to the verdant green or going to check out this really big tree?
I'm
That's where the
okay
big
with
library is.
checking out the really big tree, or the dark location. But there's still the fact that somebody tried to take out this little girl.
Yeah.
The little girl was
Unbeknownst to us, the information in that letter, and the fact that he avoided answering my question for the actual names of the 2 heads of the house. And gave me the houses.
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
That's all right.
Forgive me.
I kind of figured that's what you meant.
All right. Mizarin is Lady Ophni, Ophni. Ilion is Lady Ophni. Mizarin is Lord Chorus, Korras. And Melithor is Lord Braun.
And do we actually know the first names of Ygir and Zorus?
Ygir was Lord Graf, Graaf, and Lord Aiden, Aydan.
Mr. Elrond, I know you're
Pew, 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 pew,
new to
pew.
this. The last time we rescued a little girl and delivered her safely to her father, but everything was all right. And as you can see, this house looks perfectly secure.
It's less about the security of the house. It's more the fact that
Politics?
the politics, especially with her coming back,
That is actually my next point. As it stands right now, no one outside of my estate knows what happened to my wife and daughter. As far as they know, my wife and Mia both made it into Stolnakor with no trouble, and are currently enjoying a safari through Wildweir. I need it to remain that way, please.
There you go.
If I am to stay on this council,
AZ.
AZ,
AZ.
AZ, yes.
What?
Zor starts with a Z. His first name starts with A.
You're reading.
I can fucking read! I can fucking
Right!
He can't write.
No, he can write
I
now.
get them mixed.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes.
my bad. Just a rage in the middle of a library.
If someone can hear from the outside of a library, I can fucking.
Thank for inspiration, Greg.
It's through the sanctuary, through the magical. It is loud.
For you, wonderful.
Look, AC, and on the fucking letter is also an AC.
I'm just gonna.
I mean, there's only 26 letters
I'm
in there.
waiting till we get out of this discussion before we go over that.
Coincidences happen.
Foodonyms.
Foodings.
What?
Foodonyms!
Explain.
He's
So-
hungry.
We all are.
No!
We will think and explain better once we eat.
Lord Athos is just like, I'm very confused right now.
Most of us here are.
Well, you see,
It's normal.
We need to go over some information, and if we come up with something else, we will bring that to you.
Very well.
Should we go to
The
the
word for
really big
nicknames.
tree?
Tree of Tales. You
Tree of
will
Tales.
you will need
That would-
official permission to gain entry. There's a city and a watch that is set there before the Alden Forest.
Would you be able to procure this?
I can, yes, that is easy. My authority alone, I could grant you entry to the Alden Forest.
And
all the
pretty little dragonborn
Okay.
doesn't mean it's
also
not.
told me
Okay.
that we would need a guide.
That's why I had the schmuck moving.
That is a very wise decision.
Would you be able to suggest us a guide or procure us a guide as well? Should we decide to go to
The darkness.
the darkness?
I do not know of any, but you may wish to seek out the Green Wardens. They know this island better than any. They train for this, and they are able to be procured as guides. And that'll be your best bet, the Green Wardens.
Where would we find these people?
They have offices in every city. I believe he gives you a location in the city you usually find.
That's all I got.
Wonderful.
Out of game, kind of a Pathfinder Society type thing. Because I must ask, because if I'm to remain on this council, I'm going to find out who did this. And I need them to believe that everything is still in order, that their entire plans are still going. Look, I know eventually that the word will get to them that my daughter's here. I know that's what will happen. But I need as much time as I can get to the bottom of this.
Keep in mind, my lord, that whoever was involved is going to already know that your daughter is here. Because we were accosted not just in the air, but just outside of your manor.
And we
You
still
can use this to your advantage around whoever, as you're investigating these things, because only them will know that your daughter is here.
That is true.
So with a few sly words and quick glances, you should be able to pick up on things that people know that they shouldn't know with the right conversation.
Very well. I feel like I owe you something. I know the arrangement was made with Captain Eleanor, but the six of you, there's some, please, you want gold, is there anything I can do for you?
I'm just happy we delivered the girl.
So,
Very well. Should you choose to use a member of the wardens, tell them to set it to my account. I will pay for everything. And I will go ahead and just get the writ of allowance for the Illve Forest to you as soon as I can. But if you will excuse me, my arms have not held my daughter in close to a month, and gentlemen, you are more than welcome to stay here at my home. I have more rooms I know what to do with. I believe that a grand feast will be prepared for this evening. You are more than welcome to stay and join. Excuse me, just kind of runs out the door, leaving the six of you alone in the study.
in the silence room.
Okay.
Alright.
Easy!
Yes, I didn't want to get him excited yet until we know more. I had the same thought,
And
Grim.
it's gonna
You
go
did
by
have a
the-
smart moment.
Oh,
Marker
yeah.
board,
You did have a smart moment.
Okay.
grab an eraser at a.
My
Sorry.
now that the Lord of the Manor is gone, Montel's actually going to stand up and looking along these bookshelves, along the walls, along the tapestry. He's looking for anything that may show hidden passages, anything like that. This is a very well defended house. This is a very large house. This is something he would expect to be in a study / personal workroom of somebody who is a politician.
He's looking for the bat cave.
Roll me an investigation.
Oh God! That guy is gone. Anyway, let's go.
It's in the abyss.
Investigation. I think that's an 11. It's an 11.
So are you looking for just, because you also have the bardic element, are you looking for just like physical traps, hidden things? Are you looking for magically obscured things? What?
Okay. So he Montel is looking for specifically visible for physical things. He would tell Finnegan. He would ask if Finnegan sees anything that may show a magical entrance somewhere as well.
Okay.
Because he cannot see that. That's Finnegan's department.
There actually is, what did you roll?
I rolled an 11.
11. You don't find anything. There's no hidden tunnels or secret compartments and passages in this library.
Montel will ask Finnegan to check it magically in case there is a.
Oh, there's a lot of shit.
He's asking specifically if there is like anything for opening a secret door. If you can tell that from anything that's
Viewing
already.
portals and that kind of stuff.
What do your special eyes see?
What was Robin? Would you?
I was going to say, I didn't hear anyone say that they did otherwise. I wanted to go and pick up the ring box that he had placed down.
Oh no, once I put
I
the
was-
ring box down,
Let him
it's back in
see.
my possession.
He's
No.
been here long enough. He
No.
needs to know what he's up against.
No,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Come on, you're just gonna make him want it
2 on
more.
investigation.
Don't be a dick.
So there is the obvious thing you know. There are several look to be like busts, like stone marble heads of different elven leaders and stuff. These are where you sense the wards and the runes are centered. They're like you can tell they're kind of carved in and around the magic forward in them to protect this room. You do find, as you're kind of looking around, there is a one of the books as you kind of like speak. As there's a bit of magic in the singular book that stands out to you. As you kind of pick up and flip through it, a piece of paper falls out.
You got something. What's with you and all these letters?
Found a thing.
You share your
Are-
letters?
I'm looking for shit, bro.
Well, question: are you trying to hide that you found this? Because Montel would be watching to look see where you're going because he asked you to look for stuff.
Right, but you were also looking for shit on your own.
Fair.
I don't imagine we would be like right next to each other looking at the same shit. I would imagine.
The book you find this out of, actually, if this is the desk he sits at,
Okay.
the book is right there, like almost as made where he could get to in a hurry. As you open up a folded spell scroll for the spell banishment.
Damn.
And you kind of get a sense that this is made as a thing. If somebody manages to breach into this,
Last ditch
grab it
effort.
and cast it.
Copying scrolls out of my spell book does not destroy the scroll, correct?
It does, because you're pulling the magic from that into your book.
What's up? You seem perplexed.
I'm always perplexed.
I believe artificers, there's a subclass for artificer that can do that, though. They basically can transpose from a spell scroll into something
I
else.
think I don't think it's artificer, I think it's the scribe because they have that, it takes half the cost to make
Yeah,
spell
yeah, yeah,
scrolls and
yeah.
all this other stuff, like their whole class is
Yeah.
spell scrolls.
Banish.
That's good.
You have a problem with it?
Are there any Dragonborn books around?
Roll me an investigation check.
Montel will say this out loud, like after he's done his check
She
of
recalled
the room,
her
that there's nothing he can physically tell that says that there is a secondary way in or out.
Correct.
Never found it.
This does not mean that there isn't. This is a different kind of architecture than he is used to.
Yeah.
9.
There's a book that says how to serve dragonborns.
How to surf?
Yes, how to surf dragonborn.
Serve.
How to sit them on their belly, ride their backs as you hit a righteous
Is
wave.
there any,
Alright.
looking at the book that it fell out of,
Yeah.
Is there, did I get any sense there's a reason it was in this particular book?
Comma scaly
Or was it just the book that
It's
was close enough to grab?
Think of it as basically as a rudimentary, very early style of photo album. Like there are like kind of like rough paintings and different magically applied photos to the, basically it's a family photo album.
Okay. I'm gonna put the scroll back in and put it back on the shelf.
It is probably the most unassuming book in this area. Other books are like gold and filigree, all this other stuff. It's just a little small with a bound book.
Yeah, no, I don't see anything. This room is probably more protected magically than the entire estate.
I bet the girls' room is more protected than this room.
That is fair at this point.
Especially right now.
Well, I bet it is right now, for sure. I never actually went to the girls' room,
So,
Yeah, it's pretty hefty.
but yes,
So-
there's.
You know that smell of rain? There's a smell of magic up there. Like,
What does magic smell like?
Like this.
Montel jumps behind him to stop it from hitting the books.
Finnegan's.
Actually,
finish
you go to
your
cast the spell and
trail.
and you feel like it's like you're trying to draw on magic, just to kind of like do something funny. You feel the magic denied to you.
Then how would the banishment spell work?
Any kind of offensive casting, and the fact you can tell that banishment spell is attuned to this room.
What is it that
Are there rugs in here?
There are.
It is magical, yes.
There's one massive rug that basically stretches the entirety,
No.
like the desks,
It's
top
not
of the
magical.
chairs. So almost stretches the
Well,
entirety before
I would
the
think
shelves
it's
come out and break the space.
In perhaps like divine sense.
Is
I'm
it
just
weird?
wondering.
I can roll
You
it
know,
up and look at
You
it.
can kind of lift it up and
I don't know.
I don't feel
roll.
Montel will help by actually taking
Yeah.
the rug and moving
There
the
you go.
rug for him.
I'm gonna use another. What you call it?
What part of heightened soul bad did you not quite
17?
get?
I mean, it is bad, but what I'm saying is,
So, you four watch as Montel and Finnegan lift the edge of this rug up.
oh dear.
And Finnegan, as you look underneath it, you see, because it's very large, where you can't get it all up. But the part that you lift up, you see the edge of on a 17, what you know is the outside edge of a teleportation circle.
What?
Interesting.
You're getting a sense this is a final fallback room, and you just found their go button, so to speak. All this magic is relatively recent, like within the last few weeks. It is powerful, like it
There's a bug out.
like yeah, this kind of
This is the boogaloo bag right here.
like if somebody can get to this room, this is how basically the family is getting out of here. And you get a sense that Lord Nuranel, this has all happened recently in the last few weeks. He has probably poured, hundreds, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of gold into basically making his home a magical fortress.
I guess since we're watching him actually pull this up and knowing that he was in here before any of us, I'm going to just straight up ask you, so you find anything else before any of us got here? Look, I can
Go
do
ahead.
zone of truth, swear on a thing.
Well, I
We
don't
could
have
even
the
make him
answer.
talk truth.
What?
No, I was saying, like, if you, I know I'm new. I know I'm a little bit different from what y'all are used to. Especially, God of death and everything else.
And rebirth.
Not too bad.
And rebirth, yes. But everybody focuses on the death. And so you kind of have to lead with that.
And you touched my butt.
You should lead with.
You got excited about that. You had so much fun. I saw I saw several bodies fly
I didn't say
off.
like it's a bad thing.
Let
for
me-
twinks. It's okay.
I will say that number one,
Mhm.
he did not choose to step down on his own.
I kind of figured that way.
And number 2, he can speak with the king directly at any point in time.
That is interesting.
Well, he did say he was an advisor of some sort.
Yeah, but usually that still requires, a little bit of time, effort,
Movement.
movement, and usually meetings, like a time set. To be able to just go directly to the king at any point, that's kind of a big deal.
I mean, they were
Yes,
friends.
magic, but
Yeah,
you've got to also think with all the words and stuff that are said in this, just
Yeah, but
what else do you think is in there with the king?
he also
More
said that
magic.
they were
Yes.
friends for like the longest time.
That's what I was saying.
Magic fixes everything. Also causes
From
problems.
But also,
From the sounds of it,
I
even
know.
he and Bethrin were friends up until, Bethrin was not chosen as king. From the sounds of what he explained to us.
Bethrin would be a few decades older than the current king and Athos.
Yeah. But from the way he said it, it was almost as if they
Bethrin
even
expected it.
Yeah,
Because
even
Bethrin was the high advisor to the previous king. Like, well, the prince is coming up. I helped his father. Then naturally, I will. What do you mean you're going to be your best friend, who's only about as old as you? You guys are only 120 years old. What the do you know about running a kingdom to get that kind of thing?
Yeah.
But alright.
But did I tell you how long he's been Alor's been ruling Illve
You
Thelas?
said about 400 years?
Yeah, 378, so about 400 years. Yeah.
And then there's always the fact that Grimm brought up that, the Zoris house name is the head of the house has the same initials as what was on that letter, AZ.
Yeah,
But that individual voted.
against.
Zoris voted against. Lord Brom, Lady Office, and Lord Chorus voted to keep him.
Yeah, so they voted to let him
Lord
leave.
Lord Reardon, Lord Groff, and Lord Aidan voted for seizure.
And I thought you figured out that Zytherin, or was it you, that Zytherin was in
Zytherin is
Moritz.
Abyssal. That's
Well, the Adrax, that was the Abyssal.
Adrax was Abyssal. That's all.
Zytherin is in
There were-
Moritz,
There was a name.
Zytherin is Moratian, yes.
Yes.
not
correct.
Illve.
But we're only assuming AZ has to do with that. It's the same things Grimm did. AZ. But yeah.
Okay. We
Do we need to speak to the king?
so he does not know.
Is that what?
Okay.
I don't know.
Of course, but
Montel
he
is
doesn't know I
currently
have the
casting
letter.
Mending.
The one you found?
Yes.
We don't know you
Correct.
have the letter.
That
The only-
because it was found near like a wastebat, like a
Right.
You said it was meant to be burned and discarded, and you can still see part it was part of a larger thing, like an envelope.
Right.
You just have a piece of it.
Is there a seal?
From the parts you have, no, there was not, and you did not see an envelope either.
Okay.
But there's also the fact that this AZ would be a lot, even though that one from the description from the other letter might work, this one actually has something to gain from the girl disappearing that
Correct.
the claw letters have.
But we also have to think about this.
Yeah.
He knows that Lord's initials, and we showed him letters from someone with the initials AZ. And I know that whoever wanted him to step down wanted him, or the initials are also AZ, and then I'll pull up the letter that I found and show it to them.
And I guess
So,
So he knows, but he didn't want to tell us.
so let the political Elven people play their politics, and we need to take care of the world in New Green. And let
problem
them
is
play their little
politics have
politics.
also already come to bloodshed.
The girl.
The girl is safe here. We're gonna take the girl with us?
No, I'm not asking for that.
So what are we?
I'm stupid, but I'm not fucking dumb.
I do have a
What are we already
slight. I have a slight thing I would like to ask of everyone here.
Yes.
Before we do leave, I would like for all of us to collectively try to figure out a way we would personally break in. Break into here.
Smash down the door.
Good God, how much time you got? Alright, so I've been looking around this place.
Good. At least somebody else has been thinking.
I've been
of
mapping
this.
out this place, okay?
Are there
So
any
I've been doing.
notes written down.
Well, I do.
like specifically?
No, I do have my drawing.
What did I miss?
As I said, going through my notes and things, as you do see in his notebook.
Take apart with 3.
They're gonna like, who the fuck are those please?
So to answer Montel's question, so we can tell that there's wards against the flight spell. Secondly, the size of buildings within the area around the wall itself.
So you have, like I said, this house sits in pretty much the center of an 8-acre estate. There is a 12-foot metal and stone wall, a single double gate leading into it, and then it's getting out there at the end of it. Then it's a good like half block until the next estate starts up. There's like no way to jump from going top to down.
So I would fly in, but I don't have to use a spell to do that.
Mr. Montel, there's only 6 of us and we're the whole 8. So there's a
Where's this level you're talking
We are
about?
what?
there's a secret society.
I feel like there's a
That way-
metagaming pigeon
so
in this
it-
window there.
The thought process here is all of us here are a group of individuals with weird things that not a lot of people can do. I would personally like to be able to offer any assistance into any thought process for being able to help.
As the dungeon master, I will let you know there is as of right now, there is no way to enter this estate unnoticed.
Unnoticed or without permission,
Or
basically.
without
yeah.
permission, yes.
So I was gonna say, if nothing else, I'll start walking around doing warding glyphs.
All right. So do y'all would like to adjourn to the dining hall where the feast is soon to begin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we will end there for the evening, and congratulations, guys.
Woo-hoo.
Level up.
Level up.
Level up.
Yes!
I'm a god now.
You made it to Illve Thelas. Milestone.
I'm a rogue.
Not
really, but
Level 9.
With that, we are finished for this evening. Thank you, D&D TikTok, you beautiful people. My mod / admin, McKenna Raven, and all the others, thank you so much for watching over the chat. I really appreciate it. If you're not part of my Discord, please go there. We've got tons of campaigns about to start up. We're always talking, discussing things. We're going to let y'all know, as of right now, the plan is tomorrow evening, so Monday evening, my YouTube channel, with the first 3 episodes of the natural ones that we have streamed, will be up and running.
hey, what about Carfo?
Hey,
Will Carfo be up?
I found a way to get to separate the, I believe I found a way to separate the audio tracks, so that should be taken care of as well. And the Adventures of Cartfill should be up as well, as will the Bad Company. With that, I'd like to bid you all a fond farewell. Good evening. And whatever you do this week, may it be the stuff of legends. And with that, fellas,
More sturdy.
Is it
we will
Sunday yet?
see y'all later.
Oh, everybody!
Usually like